Oh.
I missed the mark.
Yeah.
Because usually it's a bit shorter than that. Welcome to Flaktest Gaming. I'm Jacob.
I'm Pete. Hi. How you going?
I'm good, thanks. How
look, I'm talking to the people watching
Okay.
at Twitch, YouTube, and also at the Flaktest Facebook page, live and around the world. This is Season 1, 2017 of the Flaktest Gaming Australian National Championship, and what a day we have for you today. We will get to the matches a little bit later on, but we want to talk about some news, and before we do, in just a moment, for PLE computers, you can see more at ple.com.au, Corsair Gaming, and Streamlined Servers. This is the Flaktest Gaming Live pre-show right now on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
It sure is. It's amazing we can go around the world just like that with the click of a button, eventually, when they eventually press the button.
Okay. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, that's
a little bit later on.
So in news, Pete.
Yeah, let's kick things off.
Are going to talk about not PC games.
No, not yet. All right, we want to talk about Nintendo for a moment because this could be a game changer. This could be the biggest thing to happen to gaming in the last 20 years.
You reckon it's that big?
I reckon it's that big. I reckon we haven't seen enough information come out about it just yet, but I reckon if what I'm hoping and I've got my fingers crossed for is right, I reckon this will be the biggest game changer we've seen for gaming in the last 20 years.
Oh, yeah. And typical Nintendo fashion, they say nothing for so long, and then it's like bloop, bloop with information. Yeah, and everyone goes, What? What does that mean?
What, Mr. Miyamoto? God?
What does that does that mean? And then so it's good.
It's good. The Nintendo Switch has obviously come out in the past couple of months, but the really exciting thing is we've been waiting for an announcement on what their subscription service is going to look like.
Because you've now got to pay for it, right? So that's where the way everyone's going. Sony and Xbox have had it for ages.
Which I don't mind. Like, once upon a time on the PlayStation 3, for example, you didn't have to pay for a PlayStation Plus membership.
Right.
You used to be able to get on there for free. You'd have to pay for movies or if you want to download games and so on and so forth, but you'd still get your allocation of free monthly games and whatnot. But the servers were a bit painful every now and again.
Yeah, but then you pay for it and they're still painful.
No, so look, I've got to admit, ever since paying for it on the PS4, I do have to hand it to them. I haven't had any trouble with servers.
Really?
Right?
Don't you remember the hacking they had over Christmas, and then Sony lost everyone's passwords?
Yeah, but that's not their fault. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a hacker. Hackers coming in trying to hack them. What do you want them to do?
They weren't encrypting their passwords. They weren't using MD5 salt hashes. They weren't doing it right.
Okay, well, I didn't read the full story. So
just the headline. Sony hacked.
Xbox as well with their gold membership, which is pretty cool. So Nintendo's going to be taking this on now. We roughly pay about $60 a year here in Australia for PlayStation Plus and for Xbox Gold, but the Nintendo is only going to be about $30 a month.
Yeah, so
Australian.
20 US or something.
Yeah.
So when you work out it'll be about $30.
So you get the usual things like being able to play online, but here is the really cool thing. With the $30 a month, they're going to be launching what appears to be a Netflix-style streaming service for their classic games library.
It's pretty awesome. So the deal is that you pay your $30, which you have to pay anyway if you want to play online, Mario Kart or whatever you're playing. But you get access to this as yet undisclosed library.
That's the thing. It's unannounced, right? So it could be, the 10 games that you get when you paid your $100 for.
It'll be one game.
Yeah, and
you get one game. That's it.
It'll be like Gallagher or something like that.
Mr. Time and Watch.
No, look.
Game and Watch.
Game and Watch.
Game and Watch.
I thought you were joking. Are you being serious?
Probably is.
Mr. Game and Watch.
No,
right?
actually. Well, that's. I think Kotaku were talking about it. They're like, it'll probably be like Super Mario Brothers 3, Game and Watch, and Dr. Mario. Now, whether that's because they've seen some screenshots, I don't know.
I'm hoping for a bit more of a back catalogue than 15, 20 games. Like what I want to see is I want to see SNES and I want to see Nintendo 64 in particular.
I would throw money at the screen for like a Zelda pack of like all of the Zelda games that have come out so far.
Could you imagine that, having every single one at your fingertips to go through and play all of them, including the ones on the 3DS, the DS, the Game Boys? That would be it'd be pretty cool. And for $30 a month, I mean, we're still going to wait to see exactly what they mean by their classic games library, because it really could be as little as a couple of games, or it could be as big as their entire collection.
That'd be awesome.
But if it is as big as what we're hoping it is, $30 a month, even if I don't play it,
I think I'm still paying for my Xbox Live. I don't think I've turned that Xbox on in about 6 months.
So yeah, that's really exciting news to be looking forward to, and it was sort of a whisper and a rumor as to what they might do, so it's really good to see that that is the case. Moving on to League of Legends, right? So League of Legends, this is really, really awesome news, I guess, if you're following the professional scene, right? It's come out today that Riot Games has announced that the North American League is going to go through a restructure. Right. So at the moment with the leagues, particularly in North America, you can be just any sort of team as long as you're one of the pro teams, sort of making it in there. And you can just about come from anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, being from North America in that particular league. However, what they're going to do is they're going to sell licenses at $14 million a pop.
Is that US or Australian?
No, that's Australian. So $10 million US. We're in Australia, so everything back to Australian dollars here. Right. But like the NFL or the NBA, right, where you see the Philadelphia 76ers and, the others, the Toronto Raptors, Miami, so on and so forth, Chicago Bulls, the Hornets.
So I think what's going to happen here is this is really going to open the floodgates to these teams needing huge sponsors to get in.
Yeah, but the beauty about it is, as a sponsor, right, you can back in one particular team. So they're going to open it up to 10 licenses.
Right.
Okay, and those 10 licenses mean they won't be able to change those. Those are going to be 10 teams that are going to be locked in. It's not going to be fluid anymore,
right.
Which means that if you're a sponsor buying into a franchise, and this is what the franchising is all about, you're going to be able to sit on that one particular brand and it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
The other thing that they're talking about is possibly relegation for the teams that end up 9th or 10th spot. So we could see a little bit of a change there, much like maybe the Premier League or Serie A, Serie B when it comes to the soccer in the Italian leagues. Teams getting relegated down to the lower clubs while the other clubs down there doing quite successfully are brought up.
Right,
and there's also going to be possibly some incentives for the teams at the top of the tier as well that do really, really well.
So do you think we're going to see a change in some of the sponsorships? So whereas, before you might have Asus sponsoring 2 or 3 teams, now they're going to pull back and just the one team?
Yeah, I think so. It depends, right? Because I sort of see Asus as like a Nike or a Puma or something like that, right? Where, Nike and Puma and Reebok and Adidas, they are the major sponsors for a lot of sporting teams out there, but they sponsor a range of sporting teams. Like Nike sponsors, a dozen in the NBA or something like that, right? So I think what we're going to see with Asus, with Corsair, with the different sort of tech companies is that the major ones are going to probably supply the technology and equipment for maybe 2 or 3 of these different teams. Right. But it does, open up that conversation to how many teams do you actually take out and sponsor? Because I know for Riot Games, just in terms of maybe balance as well, you don't want Asus coming in and sponsoring all 10 teams.
Oh, gosh.
And all of a sudden, it's the Riot Games League of Legends Asus tournament.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't want to see that sort of thing.
Well, it's expensive too. 10 teams at $10 million.
It is, right? So the other really cool thing about this, though, is they're also upping the amount of money that they're going to be paying players as a minimum. Right?
So it's a minimum wage.
Yeah, $101,687 Australian is going to be the minimum wage for a player playing for one of these 10 locked-in teams.
Seriously?
In the North
We're now talking about guaranteed, huge amounts of money.
Huge amounts of money, right? So, I mean, I suppose there's always been big money sort of floating around in the European, the Asian leagues in particular, and the American leagues for esports. But the exciting thing that we're going to see here is, if these 10 teams are going to be locked in as 10 franchises, you could be like a kid coming up through the ranks and thinking to yourself, man, I've always wanted to play for, one of these particular teams. Like how we've followed teams throughout our entire childhood in AFL or NBL or NBA and so on and so forth.
You're doing Oz kick in footy and I want to play for the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Dockers.
Dockers, yeah.
It'd be Dockers for you, wouldn't it?
Fremantle
Absolutely.
for me. Yeah, absolutely. So that's really exciting. There's plenty of that, and there's also going to be probably a revenue share component as well, right? So much like, just while you're on the topic of AFL, much like the AFL shares its revenue amongst all of the different teams, because put it this way, without teams playing the games, you don't have a league, right? There's probably going to be things like a revenue share with Riot Games sharing the money that they make from tournaments and prizing and sponsors and so on and so forth with the actual teams, which is always really good. But this also opens up the conversation to bigger things, right? Again, I bring it back to the AFL model, the AFL Players Association, where they're essentially a union that represents the players, and sometimes it's a good thing for the players, right, and for their rights. Sometimes it's not the best thing for the AFL itself because, they're pushing for more money every single year, which, again, they have that leverage because without us, you don't have a league.
But the thing is, then they start going into things like the AFL does. So we're going to see some really cool, team merch. So am I going to have, player cards? Am I going to have, a faker trading card?
A faker trading card.
Or a figurine?
That would be...
A faker bobblehead.
A faker bobblehead would be pretty awesome to see, actually. I suppose it's one of those things where I don't know, do you want to see a faker bobblehead or do you want to see the character that he mains as a bobblehead?
That would be cool.
Right? Because, that's the interesting thing when it comes to League of Legends, because you can love the players that play and you can also love the champions that they pick as well. So this is really cool. Now, look, let's stay with League of Legends and let's move into the game today, the days that we've got, and a bit of news during the week. You might have seen in the Flaktest Gaming newsletter. If you haven't gotten the newsletter, it's probably because you haven't signed up to flaktest.com. So go there and register. But we're hitting 1,500 registered users right now. There's over 450 on our Discord. It's really exciting times for Flaktest Gaming. But the great thing about this is over the course of the past couple of weeks, we've finalised all of the retirements throughout the group stages as well, which means all of the point allocation is up to date, and that's what we're bringing you right now as we get into the group stages for League of Legends, which you can also see at the group stages 1 through 4, so we can show you exactly what we're going to see across the course of the day, which is really exciting. So Group 1, Fair Valiance in at 9 points, sitting at the top of the league. Really exciting for them. Balladura CC having dropped a game, sitting at 7 points. It's still anybody's at the top of the table there as we move on to Group 2, Jacob.
And as we move into Group 2,
which we'll get to in just a moment.
Don't forget about those boosted monkeys there in Group 1, Pete.
Those boosted monkeys.
The boosted monkeys sitting at third place. So in first place, Shenton College go next. 0 losses, played 3, winning 3. Of course, JTC sitting in an equal position as well. And we go to Bosley Park senior team in the second tied place with Belridge. 1 loss, 2 wins there. Moving to Group 3.
Look at those GSCC sad potatoes.
They're always sad.
They're so sad. So sad.
I'm rooting for them, though.
Are you?
I don't think they're the underdog. They're like the under potato.
Group 3, as we continue to move through the group stages here. As you can see, LWLC has retired. Now, what you might notice down there is it says that they've played 7 and lost 7. So what we're doing for retired teams is we're actually going through and we're showing what exactly the table looks like with these other teams having gotten the forfeit already.
That's right. So you might see some teams who have said they've played 3 games. They've only played 2. That's because that retired game is already counted. Exactly
right. So Roxburgh College and St Andrews College, which we're really looking forward to today, that's our 10 a.m. match, are sitting equal top of the table, having played 3 and won 3 with 9 points. GSCC Team Duo mid at 7, and St Norbert Cannons still in there with a couple of wins at 6, but only having played 2 games.
You love those.
So I do. It's my alum. So quite realistically, could be sitting up to the top of the group very soon as well.
As we move into Group 4, we're going to see St Norbert's again, Pete. FOB sitting on top there with Seton CC Bronze Scrubs. 1 loss, 3 wins apiece. Sitting in equal second spots, Atwell, LOL, RAV, and Carry Esports.
This is really exciting. The 2 retired teams down there, JTC League of Legends and Marymount College Team 1, gone. Again, if you've just joined us across Twitch, YouTube and Facebook Live, what we're doing is we're going through the group stages you see at flaktest.com, and you think to yourself, okay, hang on a sec, have they played 4? Have they played 6? why is their points so high? It's because those retired points have already been taken into account for those other teams, so they know exactly where they sit throughout the stages.
Absolutely, they can see exactly where they are now and what they need to do, and if they're a sad potato, how many more games they need to play to really ramp themselves back up.
So sad.
They're going
to do it. They're going to come back.
You reckon? To hot potatoes.
You reckon?
I'm calling.
All right, he's calling it now. As we move on to our matches for the course of the day, Tranby College number 1 versus GSCC Team Duo Mid. These are the ones you're going to see across the stream. Atwell College Rav versus GSCC Team Duo Mid. Tranby College CSGO versus Churchland CSGO. And our first game of the match, first game of the day, which you're going to see at 10 a.m. is St. Andrews College versus Roxburgh College, the Eastern States Showdown.
You have to say it like this.
Showdown.
See the font we use?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's a really exciting font.
It's a very exciting. It's even got a shadow as well.
Yeah, right. Gotcha. Sorry,
so you have to
bad.
say Eastern States Showdown.
Take us through this, Jake.
It's going to be a really huge game. So we've got challenger-ranked players playing here. And if you recall, so last season we had a few challenger-ranked players. These guys are even higher ranked than the players we had last season. So it's going to be a huge, huge game. Both teams not having any losses at all. So one team's going to lose. That's the way it has to work.
And you can see the different styles in play between these two teams as well. New South Wales is St. Andrews College are a get the objective style team. They're very strategic.
They know what they're doing. They talk well from what we can see, and they just very methodical with how they start playing.
Spread across the map. They're very good with their wards, so on and so forth.
Nothing like Roxburgh.
Roxburgh, early aggression. Get in there, get the picks
They're
nice
just
and early.
Mad. They're just, I reckon they just scream at the mirror for 20 minutes before they start playing.
So New South Wales taking on Victoria at our 10 a.m. match, which is only 10 minutes away, but we've got to move through to talk about some of these players, which is really... Excellent team fight awareness. Actually, you can see him right through the jungle doing really well. Double and triple kills each round. He's dangerous.
He's a top performer.
Control vision to counter the rotations. He's really good at his vision across the map. And there's his Flaktest bands, the Nautilus, the Gragas, and the Shen as well. He is a very exciting player to watch, let me tell you. As we continue to move through these, CO support from St. Andrews College, a Master Warder.
So when we say they're a Master Warder, what are we talking about?
So earlier, before when we were talking about these two teams going head-to-head, right? You know, talking about St. Andrews College being the more strategic, objective-based ones.
Right.
He's the one moving through the map, dropping his wards to give that really great vision that they're going to need when they're going up against Roxburgh College. Because Roxburgh College being such an aggressive team, they're going to need the vision across the map to make sure they're not getting ganked,
right,
to make sure they're not getting surprise attacked, all that sort of stuff as well. He's also, as you can see here, well into the map across top, mid, bot, throughout the jungle as well. His average kill participation is at a high 55%.
He's getting in for most of them, isn't he?
Very, very, very much so. Very creative in the early laning phase, which you're going to need, especially against such an aggressive team like Roxburgh. Excellent map awareness, which again comes to that master warding as well. His vision is fantastic. Flaktest bands are Thresh, Lulu, and Jana as well. And just one more thing with CFY's support. The really cool thing, he is the team captain. He's been playing for 5 years. He's a Platinum 5. He's definitely a support player. That's his main. And this team has only played together for about 3 weeks.
That's not much time at all. And considering that these are the guys who we see as really communicating well, it's going to be interesting to see how they progress through, because they surely have to be getting better, more comfortable with each other as they're playing. 3 weeks in, 4 weeks going to be even better. 5 weeks is going to be something phenomenal. And if they get to the grand finals, look out.
Another one to look out for, again from St. Andrews College. I mean, this is a very powerful team. The CO Full Sensei averaged 9 CS per minute, which is
he's racking it up then.
Fantastic. That is just, I mean, for those of you who don't know much about League of Legends, right, the CS score is so important. If you're getting 10 CS a minute, you're doing pretty damn well. Like, you are dominating the competition. So 9 CS per minute is pretty great.
Master Kiter. He's very dominant in the early landing phases, you can see there, and And he really gets around. Look at his KDA with an average of 9.
His kills are nice and high. That's good. Shut down early to prevent the snowball.
We need to get that soundboarded.
Yeah, we do. Flaktest bans Lucian, Katarina, and Jace. And again, having caught up with him, he's been playing this game for 6 years. He's a Diamond 1, a top 50 OCE challenger before Decay. No mains. He likes to play really fluidly. He's definitely a mid laner as well. And again, playing with this team for around about 3 weeks, which is really exciting because these players coming together have shown some real class for a team that's only been playing together for 3 weeks. He has been scouted for professional esports teams as well, which is really cool. So, look, we wish these guys the best of luck. One more here. Ness Snowballs from Roxburgh College.
The old Snowballs.
Average 7 kills across the match. 7.5 CS per minute so far this season.
Nothing to scoff at all there.
Definitely not. Controls the flow of the early game. Okay, the early game is very important. We've seen a lot of matches during the season actually go down in the first sort of 10 to 15 minutes. A lot of matches being done by the 23rd minute or so. So the early game is really important. Again, shut down early to stop the snowball. That's the best way to take when the Flaktest bans Vayne, Twitch, and Varus. Ness has been playing for roughly 5 years, been to Master, but at the moment a Diamond 1, and Kate and Lucian are his main and secondaries. Definitely a bot player, and this team having played for about 3 months together so far. It's really exciting to see. We've got plenty of matches coming up across the course of the day. We'll take a break now on Flaktest Gaming. For PLE Computers, ple.com.au. What?
You were back on.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
And I thought, were you looking for something?
No, I was looking at the credit sheets. But thanks for bringing.
No worries,
thanks for
mate.
breaking the fourth wall. Streamline service and for Corsair Gaming. This is Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017. Your Interschool Esports National Championship. We'll be back at 10 a.m. with our first match. Roxburgh College taking on St Andrews.
We'll see you then.
7.11, we've seen changes to Rek'Sai, the 5-ban, obviously. A few changes across the board, but as we jump into the pick and ban phases, we've seen Lee, Zac, Gragas, Scion Twitch, and Galio ban, and Zara has been picked up for this blue side team. Interesting to see what the red side will pick. Ness currently hovering that pick, not sure what he's going to choose.
Have you played much with the 5 bans, Jess?
No, not yet. Haven't quite played it. I was going to play a few games last night, but decided to go to bed. Huh?
You went to bed?
Went to bed.
You weren't chasing those
weren't chasing
boxes
it. No.
in Overwatch, man?
No, definitely not. Aatrox's been picked. Yeah. Ooh, bit of a DC.
We drop one from Team 2 from Roxburgh College. I'm sure they'll get back online very soon.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break while we fix this DC and then come back to Champion Select. Stay with us. Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017.
Welcome to Flaktest Gaming for PLE Computers. Pete, Jesse, we're back.
We are back.
We fixed the DC issue. Everyone's back in as we jump back into Champ Select.
Right, so we're going through the bans. Jesse, once again, let's go through these bans for each. And you might notice as well, just quickly, we mentioned this earlier, that the bans around are now upped from 3 to 5. You're not going to see this on the usual servers that you play on. It's on tournament servers at the moment, but essentially, this will actually come out across what everybody is playing at home from Riot Games. But the bans as we speak, Jesse.
So we've seen the Lee Sin ban again. Always a really strong jungler, as we've seen in previous games, Pete. You know, Lee Sin usually is on the winning team, and it's a really smart choice to ban that out. Zara's been picked, as we can see. Ness picking that Aatrox up again, and we'll see what Arctic Moon picks up for this red side.
The Xayah there, Aatrox, Arctic Moon looking for Rakan locked in.
And that is a really good pick for support. Rakan's, I would say, in the middle. Not really good meta at the moment, but he's always a strong support. And let's see what this red side can do with him. Blue side picking now. Interesting to see what they'll pick for this this support role. Karma, always a good support. Strong support with that Karma. Zara bot lane. We might want to see a Lulu in the next games, but. Now blue side picking the jungler. Not sure what to pick. Nidalee being hovered here. Haven't really seen her much in competitive play lately. Ivan, interesting pick as well. And it is locked in for this blue side. And we'll see what he does with this Ivan, because the gank potential is a little bit of 50-50. Lucian being locked in now here. Always a good ADC to be picked. Red side locked that in. And we'll see blue side's response in the mid lane and top lane. Still, you know, both teams thinking they're through their picks, Pete, as you would with these high tier players.
So, as you can see here, you might see something a little bit different on the screen right now. It's gone from, we've gone through and each team has banned 3 and they've also picked 3. And now it's going to get to the stage where the final 2 players for each team go through their final 2 bans and then they'll be doing their picks as well. So this is the way that new things are going to work with the new patch that you were talking us through earlier, Jesse, patch 7.11.
And as we see, Nautilus being banned. And Renekton as well. Nautilus, a pretty scary top laner, as we've seen in previous games. And so is Renekton. Jace being also banned from this red side here. Not sure what blue side will pick for their last ban. And what are we going to see ban here for this red side? Hopefully we'll see a Vlad ban or someone as equally strong. Shen ban, an interesting one. Haven't seen much Shen lately. I've seen him once, I think, last game last week. And that's about it for this flag test tournament so far.
So Jay is going to be picking after Mr. Cos for Roxburgh in just a moment.
Mr. Cos hopefully be picking that. He's hovered Maokai. Look for that Maokai top lane here. Should be interesting for this red side.
Jay's mains are a Syndra and an Orianna. Likes to play top and mid.
Good. Those are good picks to man, especially in this current meta. But we'll see. Irelia. Ooh. Always a strong laner, Irelia is. And hopefully we'll see him going toe-to-toe with this Malphite and the Maokai in the top lane. But we're looking for an...
It'll be a Beauty and the Beast situation.
Yeah. Hopefully not another tank fest like we see every other week. Just another...
Poke, gang,
yeah.
Dead.
Ooh, Orianna locked in there. And that's going to be a scary team fight for this blue side here.
And of course, don't forget, these two teams don't have a loss yet at all. So the pressure's really on. They're probably scared to get that loss, because if they can go through all the way to the end uncontested, well, that's going to be quite an achievement for them.
We still have a couple of weeks worth of games to come yet, and the matches between all of these, the group stages, are so tight. Echo being hovered here and locked in for Die Hard. So we've got 3 minutes until we get into the Rift itself, but the changes will come through. The band sitting at the top there, and Maokai, Finesse, Rakan for Arctic Moon, Lucian for... No, it's being switched around still for both of these teams. We'll just wait a moment as we stick back with St. Andrews. Karma for Sealful, Zaya for Pentalift, Ivern for Brian, Irelia for Jay, Oriana for COFY, Lucian, Finesse, Rakan in Arctic Moon, Maokai for Iclusa, Aatrox for Mr. Cos, and Echo for Die Hard for Roxburgh. These two teams, as you've seen them come together, Jesse, who's your pick?
My pick is definitely going to be the blue side team. They just look like they've got a really strong laning phase in mid lane, top lane, and in the bot lane as well. Not so sure about the jungles, but we'll see towards the game. And the team fight for them is going to be very scary.
All right, we'll jump off for just a moment. We'll be back in just a tick on Flaktest Gaming. It's your championship for Interschool Esports Season 1, 2017 for PLE Computers, Corsair Gaming, and Streamline Servers. Summoner's Rift in just a moment. Welcome back to our game as we enter Summoner's Rifts. To the left of your screen and the blue team will be St. Andrews College. To the right of your screen as the red team is going to be Roxburgh. Going through these team compositions, we've already done that for PLE Computers, for Corsair Gamings and for Streamline Servers as well. This is Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017 as we enter Summoner's Rift. Just waiting for the two teams to spawn in at the moment. We'll get there. Anybody want a coffee?
Are you making?
Tea?
No, I can't.
We can ask Brett to go make coffees, but he looks a bit stressed at the moment. But that's just his face.
Here we go. All right, so we are live watching Pentalift now move into the jungle.
Now, hopefully we'll see. Then both teams here not really going for an invade, just being cautious though of each other. Hopefully putting down those wards and making sure that there is no invade going down. But it should be a relatively slow start for these both teams. Now, this is interesting here. Both teams have kind of got the same layup here. You see Aurelia in the top lane, Ivan in that bot lane, in the top lane bush, just sitting there. Same as the Echo, they're just kind of just staring off each other across the way.
So I wonder if we're going to see that sort of early aggression we come to expect from Roxburgh, or if they're maybe going to play it a bit safer this time, because, as we said before, it's on the line now. It's whichever team loses is going to record that first loss, and that first loss, I think, is the one that hurts the most.
Yeah, it's got to be. But I want to see that aggression at the same time. I want to see those early picks come up for Roxburgh. If that's what's been winning them games so far this tournament, then I think you've got to keep with that strategy. Just keep your awareness about you, which is really cool. But at the same time, yeah, I want to see that aggression once again. Just transitioning between bot lane and mid lane here, we can just see that it looks like Die Hard and Seolful just doing what the mid laners are doing, just filling each other out now. Top lane, not much going on there. And bot lane, Pentalift and Seolful just picking up CS at the moment.
Everyone's just sort of relaxed.
Now, before things start to pop off, Pete, didn't really get your pick for in Champ Select for these teams.
Yeah, you didn't. Look, I'm going to have to go with Roxburgh here, and the reason being is because I have really admired the aggressive play for Roxburgh over the entire season. I think you've got to be, and what I've seen as the obvious style throughout this match is that aggression really wins. The jump in there, on Arctic Moon, Pentalift now, looks like might be first blood. No, going to get under the tower and get that support. As we bring the noise in, Ness now trying to move away. Arctic Moon doing her job as support. Back into top lane now. And Jay and Icluse are trading blows. Back to bot now. Pentalift and Seolful. Just a few trades there. Support's doing what they're meant to do. And no first blood in that transition.
As you can see, back into mid lane, we've got Die Hard and Soulful. The first blood here now. As Brian Soulful up onto Die Hard to try and get back under that turret. He needs to get safe. Moving back down to bot lane. Jesse, what are you seeing?
I'm seeing a lot of flashes burn, a lot of heals burn as well. You see in the bot lane, Karma, both summoners gone. Zara, both summoners gone as well, and Flash was burnt from this Echo in the mid lane when Ivan was ganked.
Bit of panic there, do you think,
Jeff? A lot of panic going down, and Ivan going for this bot gank, not looking for anything though. Aurelia getting a lot of poke on that Aatrox gank. And we'll see it returning relatively normal for these laning phases.
So that aggression coming in from Roxburgh, and now in the two top laners, Jay and Icluse go at it once again. Back to bot lane now, and it's just your standard CS chasing between these two. Not really much going on between these two now. Top lane. Again, just knocking back minions.
We're seeing another tank fest, are we, Pete?
We are seeing another tank fest, as we always expect, but there seems to be more trading of blows going on here. They've got to be careful in the bot lane at the moment, because we could possibly... Actually, we've lost track of two champions. Alright, bot lane. There's 3 down in bot lane for St. Andrews College.
We see the poor old AutoCam struggling to keep up with his actions across the whole map.
Oh, here we go, Aurelia.
Top lane looking for a gank, chasing after Jay. Gets the dive on Jay, and Jay will go down. That's first blood. First blood to Roxburgh with that aggression once again. Well done to them.
Interesting, because Flash was still up for her earlier. Chose not to use it because she knew she was dead there, and that is smart plays here. But as we see in this bot lane, Ness might be going down here. Karma going in. TP coming in from both sides here. Big plays for you. Oh, here we go. Nothing of it yet. Cluser just walking out. TPs from both teams here.
And that was a great piece of play there from St Andrews College. Just to feel out the moment, get down to bot lane, see if they could get a gank because they had the extra there. Wasn't to be. Pentalev getting close. They're going to chase after Dragon now. Fire Dragon first up.
St Andrews making the best of that TP as they get this Dragon here. Infernal Dragon at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. That's going to be really big for St Andrews as they secure this Dragon and hopefully return back into the laning phase.
St Andrews now picking up the Infernal. That's a buff to them. It's 7.5, plays 7,900 in gold. 1 kill to Roxburgh College so far, just a little under 6 minutes played.
As we see for St Andrews, that sort of careful planning, that calm and collected play, starting to pay off for them. Yet they're a kill down, but they picked up that Dragon nice and early.
They're playing the long game here, Jacob, where we see Roxburgh just going for those more aggressive plays, as you can tell by that 1-0 kill.
Absolutely, and I think that's why they're Pete's favourite. That's Pete's play
Yeah,
style.
a little bit of favoritism there.
Go in, hit things hard, and just reckless abandon.
The Reinhardt main that he is.
That's it.
Which I should not be playing that way as a Reinhardt. But look, that's just what I've seen throughout this entire series. You know, the teams that really get themselves up there nice and early are generally the ones that get the win. Although we have seen the long games played, a few go to about 40 minutes and even as far as 51. And those are real arm wrestles. And they're exciting to watch. Right now, just a little bit of ward clear going on for St Andrews College. Top lane, not much happening between these two. Just shy of 7 minutes played. And then there is the dive on iCluser and Jay. Trading blows. Cluser, though, has his turret to be able to defend him, which is kind of handy. And again, not much happening in the top lane other than back and forth. Skins gets wins, Jesse. We didn't mention that before because we didn't have a chance.
We didn't have a chance.
I like
we didn't have a load screen.
iCluser's skin looking really nice there.
That would be goalkeeper Malachi there. I have that skin. It's a nice
have
skin.
that skin. It's
Yeah.
nice skin, is it? Bot lane now. Not much, again, happening between these two. We've seen a fair bit of action down this way, but again, just sort of feeling each other out. These bot laners. And now Mr. Cos has to be careful. Can get trapped by the Bryant. Bryant now manages to jump the wall. Still going to get picked by Bryant and manages to flash away. Got to be careful like Cluser here now. Getting ready. The wave coming through. Manages to get onto Die Hard. It's 2v2. Siolfo's got to get away. Brian manages to flash away. Mr. Cos slain. And it's 1 apiece now for these two teams.
Soulful picking up that kill in the mid lane. That's going to be really big for that Orianna, but if Jay is not careful, he could go down. Brian here going down to Die Hard. Die Hard is going to go down to Soulful here. iCluser needs to get out, otherwise he's going to take too much damage from Jay and Soulful. But he should be able to walk out here, being the tanky Malka that he is, but he's not going to be able to. Soulful is going to pick up that kill with the red buff from the slows. And as we see in the bot lane scrap, Ness taking a lot of damage here. Zarya's flash burn from the Lucian. Rakan is going to go down. Arctic Moon, Pentalift picking up that kill on Arctic Moon. And in the last 30 seconds, everything's happened across this map.
What a clear. What a clear for St Andrews College, being down 0-1 for the first 5 minutes of the game and now up 4-2. And the gold scores reflect that as well. 13,000 gold score, plays 12,000 gold score. Is not much of a lead, but I tell you what, it does something to the chest, to the heart, to the feeling of how you were playing this game. And so far, that strategic long game that St Andrews College has been so famous for, doing well for them. Roxburgh College, that aggression, not playing out that well for them so far. We've just gone 9.5 minutes in this first game of the day.
So again, Peter, comes back down to that St Andrews. St Andrews just chilling a little bit, relaxing, picking up the kills. They are my pick for the day.
Right, okay. It's a good way to play so far if what we're seeing is true.
Roxburgh, their aggressive strat not really paying off for this this early game so far, and St. Andrews more playing out for this late game. So we'll see St. Andrews, I think, come out on top in this game.
Oh, I like it. It's 2 against 1.
Ooh,
You're on my side, Jess.
Jay and I Cluzer again. Shut up. Jay and I Cluzer again, just trading blows in top lane. Sealful and Pentalift are going to take the opportunity to go back to their Nexus, pick up a few items that are going to help them in bot lane a little bit further. Not that they need much. They've done quite well down there. Diehard and Sealful. Brian's coming in here, possibly looking for a gank. He's going to stay in the grass and keep himself hidden, just waiting for an opportunity. This would be a great time for St. Andrews to let the minions from Red Team push towards that turret. They could bring Diehard in and they'd get Brian, their jungler, to come through. Oh no, the gank's going to go the other way. Mr. Cos flashing into Sealful, who's managed to put a barrier up. He's going to go after now. Get the kill on Mr. Cos in what was a 3-on-1, and the kill going Sealful's way. Sealful now being trapped in a 2-on-1. Diehard walking away when they probably should have pressed the attack, but had good vision there to see that 3 others from St. Andrews College were coming in. Didn't want to give up another one there.
bit of a dodgy TP and flash coming out from Jay there. And as we see, Flash was burnt from this Rakan. Ivan might be looking for a little bit of a dive here, but he's backing off because Rakan is there to help him out. Laning phase, returning to Norfolk. Soulful going down in this bot lane. Nest, oh, just delivering the harsh damage here. A lot of damage coming out from Nest. Soulful's going to go down. Pentalift trying to pick up this kill on Ness, but not going to be able to. Missed ult from her. Brian trying to pick up this kill on Arctic Monkey. He's just going to walk out though. Not a lot of burst damage coming out from Ivan as a champion in whole.
That was a great play from Ness, just to sense the moment and also the opportunity. Now these two teams go at it at the top. Jay and iCluser again, trading blows and trading health, but not much coming away from there. 3 plays 5. It's St. Andrews College in the lead for both gold and kill score. We've gone 12 minutes in this first game of the day. Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017 for PLE computers. See more at ple.com.au. Corsair Gaming and Streamline servers.
And of course you can catch us online at flaktest.com, Facebook, Twitch and on YouTube, all streamed live.
Wards going up in the tri-bush. Both teams trying to keep their vision up around here.
As we see, Dragon is live at the moment, and it's another Infernal Drake. It's going to be really big for this St. Andrews team if they can pick that up, but it's going to be even bigger for this Roxburgh team if they can pick that up as well and then regain some of those kills. A lot of wards.
It looks like Roxburgh might take their opportunity here.
We see them push down to the bot lane.
Yep, streaming into bot lane there.
TP is still up for Maokai, but it is down on Aurelius, so Maokai able to push that top lane and TP in for those fights.
Arctic Monkey just dropping a ward there, keeping vision at the bottom of this lane, sensing the moment that there are... Could be a 3, and dives in, gets rooted, can take the kill on Pentalift, and will do. Pentalift goes down to Ness, but it's still 2v2 in the bot lane. It could be 3v2 now, a double kill. 5v5 on the kills here. That was a great play there by Roxburgh. As the kills keep on coming, St. Andrews College now just taking one back.
Oh, ult coming out from iCluser here. Nothing's going to make of it though. Jay's pushing that top lane. Soulful's not careful. Diehard could get a pick on... Oh, here we go. Nothing's really happened here. Looks like Roxburgh are going to take that dragon though. As I said, they're going to try regain some of those kills, which they already have. Shame Oriana doesn't have ult here.
The vision going up. We could be looking for a dragon still here. Just misses out. They time those just a little bit too early, and red team picks up the dragon.
But blue team also pick up that first blood tower as well. Jay splitting up that top lane, taking advantage of that Maokai TPing bot and picking up that kill, but he also picks up that tower, and that's an extra 400 gold for this St. Andrews team.
What do you want there, Jesse? Do you want to let the tower go down, or do you want to pick up the dragon? I mean, that was the trade that I sort of seen there. They could have gone up and defended that top lane tower. Sealful dominating across this map, 7 kills to 5. But yeah, they could have gone up, defended that top lane tower, but instead chose to opt for the dragon instead. Which one do you want there?
I would want that First Blood tower. If it was another turret, I would opt for Dragon, but that First Blood turret's really big for the team.
We're almost going to see the second tower go down, but St. Andrews going to pull back as Roxburgh starts to put the pressure on. They need to be careful here to not let St. Andrews pull in too much gold, because they're swimming in it at the moment.
Roxburgh starting to come back though, 7-5. Lucian 3-0 in this bot lane. If Soulful and Pentalift, aren't careful in this bot lane, they could completely just get wiped out and change the whole game, because the Fed Lucian is not what you want. And as we see, Pentalift taking a lot of damage here, but Brian is also here to stop the count again. Pentalift going down to Arctic Moon. Cam's changed on me last second to a Tank Fest top lane, not what I wanted. Ness doing a lot of damage to Seolful, and she's going to pick up the kill. No, he walks out. Brian also taking a lot of damage from Ness, and he does go down to Ness. Jay picking up the kill on Icluser in that top lane. Not a Tank Fest anymore.
It is trade for trade here. Bot lane, they're going to get First Blood turret is going to go to Roxburgh. Not First Blood turret, they're going to get first tier turret for Roxburgh. They'll pick up that gold there. Gold scores very, very similar here. 24,000 plays 23. There's not much in it. 8-7 on the skills. St. Andrews College. And they'll take down, or at least try, this second tier turret here in bot lane.
I think they're going to get it there, Pete, as St. Andrews pull back, let them take the turret. It would have been a suicide mission walking down into that bot lane there. Absolutely.
And as we see Roxburgh starting to bring it back, those two turrets going down and picking up those kills in the bot lane, taking out Soulful, Brian, and Soulful and Brian. I think that was it. No, Pentalift as well in the bot lane.
So this is a 2-turret trade for both teams so far.
As we're seeing turrets drop left, right, and centre here, I think we're really going to start to see the teams pull back, consolidate, and really go for some heavy pushes.
See, this is where I'd be pushing hard. This is where I'd be, if I was Roxburgh, I'd be pushing even harder here. But it does look like blue team, St. Andrews College, are going to go after this, and they're going to try and drop mid lane turret. They've got that first tier turret in mid lane, got the first tier turret in top lane. A Rift Herald has got to be another turret for them.
Soon to be tier 1 turret in the bot lane as well. If Pentalift and Soulful keep pushing, they should be able to get that bot lane turret as well.
I'm pretty sure it's taking a bit of damage. We can't see the health on it at the moment, but it looks like, look at that.
Too easy.
That's going to go down. That is all first tier turrets down for Roxburgh as we make our way back to top there. A gank coming in, or 2 ganks. It's going to be 3v2 if Roxburgh aren't careful. The heal comes up, and it's a full team fight. Shut down drops up on the screen. Roxburgh now making a push towards Brian. Brian moving into the jungle, trying to get away. They can keep going if they will. Well rooted there against Mr. Cos, and it was that great shot off there to root Mr. Cos, which has saved him there as he moves into the jungle. We're back in bot lane chasing that tier 2 turret.
Whoa, what a fight that was in the top lane there. Soulful, Pentalift might be going down here. Diehard doesn't have ult. Pentalift needs to be careful. He is out of mana. Diehard chasing them very hard. Soulful might be going down here as well, but looking like they need to back off. But no, Pentakill going back in, and Soulful picking up that kill on Diehard. Whew.
What a play. There's no turret to dive back under. There's nowhere to take cover, and it looked for a second there like Pentalift. His number was up.
Yeah, it definitely was. I thought it was as well, but Soulful doing a lot of damage than I thought he was going to do. But just going back to that top lane fight there, TP came in from that Maokai. Aatrox was there for the gank, and Soulful Oriana was just, it's overwhelmed with the amount of players that they had there.
I'd like to remind our viewers at Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live as well. This is the Eastern States Showdown from Group 1, the top of the tier table. These two are just absolutely fantastic, these two teams, both sitting on 9 points. And so this is a really important one to see who's really going to dominate towards the end of the group stages for Flaktest Gaming Season 1 as we're back into mid lane. 9 plays 8. St. Andrews College with a mild lead, 32,000 to 29,000. 19.5 minutes played. but it is a real arm wrestle here in this first game. Baron coming up in 30 seconds, as is another Dragon.
Another Infernal Drake. If both of these teams can pick it up, then it's going to be very, very big for these guys.
That'll be 3 Infernals in a row.
It will be.
Baron, it'd be what I'd be prioritising here. I mean, it's been an arm wrestle for so long now between these two teams. You really just need, as a team, something to break it open.
And you see if Roxburgh picked it up, the aggression is going to be unleashed.
St. Andrews here, they're doing a great job just sitting in here. Jay is going to try and go up against yClusa to keep them out. And now yClusa drops ult and is pushing St. Andrews College out, which is giving an opportunity to Roxburgh to steal this Dragon, and they have. Trades a kill for it, but managed to get the Dragon and the buff, the ult from Ness to try and defend. yClusa now stunned, and Jay chasing, being pushed back. Can't get away. Seolful takes down yClusa. Ness will be the next one to come down here. Ness is unstoppable across the stream. A shutdown as they manage to push mid lane. But wow, what a play between these two teams. First from Roxburgh to push St. Andrews College away and get the Dragon, but trading so many kills for that, Jesse.
What a play indeed. As we can see in this bot lane fight there, you know, Mr. Cos just went in for that, just to distract these guys from the Dragon, and Roxburgh were able to pick it up, but sadly 2 of them went down in the process. A lot of flashes burned as well, but as we see in this top lane, Mr. Cos taking a lot of damage from Soulful. A lot of damage indeed, and hopefully there's going to be this tier 2 top lane turret going down for St. Andrews here.
That could have been an opportunity, actually, with the amount of kills that they picked up. Mr. Cos could go down. No, manages to get away.
Needs to back out of that fight immediately and go back and get some health.
Could have been an opportunity for them to go after Baron, but probably did the right thing there, just pushing a little bit further into Roxburgh's lanes.
Another turret never hurt nobody.
That's right.
As we see St. Andrews there, able to pull out the aggression when they really need to. It's something that we haven't seen from them through this game yet, but when the time is up, they push the button and it happens.
Roxburgh, unfortunately, missed that button push there. I mean, they did a great job in getting that Dragon, and that's going to help them with the buff, but far out. That was a lot of kills to trade. You know, they dropped 3 across the map there. And I don't know, for me, when you've got an arm wrestle like this between these two teams, something that's so close, your defense comes into it so well, and to still have as many turrets as they do up across the map, I'm talking about St. Andrews College, can only be a benefit for them as Ness tries to go after Pentalift with that ult, doesn't manage to, and they're grouping here in mid lane.
Ness and Pentalift taking a lot of damage there. Ness dealing a lot of damage with his ult on Pentalift, but also Ness taking a lot of damage there from Soulful on the Orianna. As she is, what's her score? 7-1, and that is really, really big for this Orianna.
It's 12 plays 9. St. Andrews College in the lead with kills. 23 minutes gone in this game, the first one of the day. 5 turrets to St. Andrews College and 3 turrets to Roxburgh, and it shows in the gold score. 39,000 plays 34,000.
As we were talking about earlier, Jacob was saying we haven't really seen an aggressive side from St. Andrews, and honestly, in the games before, I don't think they've really needed it.
No.
But in this game against Roxburgh, they really need to pull out the stops.
You can sense that tension between the teams when they roll in for those big team fights. They're really prepared. Whereas, as you're saying, St. Andrews have been able to just sit back, you know, maybe playing against some teams that aren't as experienced, and really just walk it through. But now, they've got to really pay attention as we see St. Andrews up there near Bazza, just poking, seeing what's going on.
St. Andrews may be a team that can do everything in this game, hopefully.
Isn't it good we picked them early on?
Yeah, we saw it. The potential.
That's great, guys. That's really fantastic. You decided you saw the potential there. That's good on you. That's great. Yeah, and this probably attributes to a lot of why I have such a low KD ratio on Overwatch.
Here we go,
Arctic Moon jumping in there, and it's a team fight. Could be ganked around the other side, but doesn't. Ult comes off from Ness. Pentalift copping a bit of damage there as Brian J, Seolful, Pentalift, and the other Seolfly come into mid lane trying to push back. They defend well. They're still trying to hold this area for Baron.
Flash ult was used there from Arctic Moon, so this St. Andrews team gonna make the most of that engage wasted and take this Baron. Jay is teleporting in on Daisy here. Hopefully we'll see a Baron picked up for St. Andrews.
Roxburgh coming in though, they're sitting just off screen, they're going to come in. It didn't matter.
It did
not matter. I thought they were going to try for a cheeky dragon steal, but
Mr. Cos just couldn't get it
nice
out.
ult from Orion here. Soulful coming in. Jace going into that backline from Nez. Arctic Monkey might go down. Neska's gone down. Mr. Cos passive popped as we see him in the backline, but Jay just cleaning up in the back. Soulful taking out Mr. Cos. Oh, is he going to go down? Iclusa taking a lot of damage there, and that is ace for St. Andrews, and this could be game right here,
wow.
Pete.
25 minutes gone. 17 now plays 9 kills, as you can see at the top of your screen. St. Andrews College, that real vision across the map, that real careful, calculated play, dominating. Inhibitor turret goes down. Inhibitor goes down, and they are streaming into the Nexus for Roxburgh. They're going to try and defend here. They'll drop another turret. 47 as that ult comes down. 47,000 plays 37. It's a massive
Arctic
one.
Monkey's gone in here. Pentalift doing a lot of damage here. Nest taking out Pentalift though. Diehard Pop Zonya's flash ult. Flash Q from Soulful here. He's still doing a lot of damage. Diehard goes in. Nice ult there, but he's not going to be able to compete with the damage coming out from Soulful. Jay also very low. Going in, picks up the kill on Diehard here. Iclusa might be going in to take this kill on Soulful, but he's a lot tankier than Iclusa thinks. This could be game here. Open Nexus, Arctic Monkey and Iclusa here. Only ones to defend. Brian, Soulful, and Soulful still up here. Maybe just ending the game, but Iclusa's defense could be a little bit too much for the St. Andrews team to handle. Mr. Cos is back up here. And might be going back up. Mr. Cos gone back in. Soulful gonna go down. Brian taking a lot of damage. Soulful is also very, very low. This could be Brian going down.
It's got to be Brian going down. The amount of time it took for them to defend and push was just way too hard to watch. Soulful is going to go back to base. St. Andrews College Nexus.
What a defense. What a defense from this Roxburgh team.
It was a good defense, but I think it's way too little, way too late. And I take back, absolutely, I said that St. Andrews weren't aggressive, because that was phenomenal to watch. The aggression and the anger with which they pushed in there and absolutely wrecked Roxburgh.
They were just hiding it.
It was clutch defense there for Roxburgh College, but
I didn't think they could push back.
The damage is done.
Yeah, as we were saying earlier, St. Andrews hiding that little trump card in their pocket, ready to use it for this Roxburgh team. Not really, using it for this whole tournament so far, but as soon as they come up against someone of the same amount of level, they just pull out another trick.
Oh yeah, we can play like that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
It's copying. It's copy and paste.
Copy and paste. That's absolutely. We see that huge gold score difference. 51.5 plays 43.5.
It's mammoth, isn't it?
It's a huge divide. We're talking 7 kill difference as well.
Roxburgh have that early game aggression, but St. Andrews, they've always played for that late game. They're used to playing for that late game, and it's really shown in this game so far.
52,000 plays 44,000. 28 minutes gone in this first game of the day. Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017. It is 20 kills in a mammoth lead to St. Andrews College against 13 kills for Roxburgh. The turrets show a story as well, how deep St. Andrews College managed to get into Roxburgh's territory. 8 turrets down to 3 turrets down. We're doing this for PLE Computers, ple.com.au, Corsair Gaming, and Streamline Servers as Iclusa and Jay go at it in the bot. And Roxburgh trying to defend yet again from St. Andrews. Brian jumps in on Diehard. Diehard copying so much damage but gets some massive support. There's another turret destroyed for them. It is an all-in here as Soulful slays a Pentalift, slays Iclusa. Another one goes down for Roxburgh. And that's got to be game for St. Andrews as a double kill comes off. Ness trading ults goes down as well. And this will be off the back of a triple kill. The Nexus down for Roxburgh and an ace as well to finish it off. That is game for St. Andrews College. 29 minutes and 20 seconds. Wow, what a dominant performance in the end from St. Andrews.
Well, we told you, Pete.
Where's the money?
We should have. Although we shouldn't be too cocky because who knows what's happening next game.
Oh, yeah, we won't bet on that one. But what a game it was from St. Andrews, playing that aggressiveness that Roxburgh just didn't expect.
That was the thing, wasn't it? But it was a great balance between aggressive play and also that really organised, careful, calculated push that we've come to know from this St. Andrews team so far. As we check out the victory map here, Team 1, St. Andrews College, and Team 2, Roxburgh, and those numbers tell a story too, Jesse.
They do indeed. We see Soulful 12-2 on Oriana. She was very, very big this whole entire game. But then again, so was Pentalift. Pentalift coming in with that team fight damage with her ult, and that's what really secured the win for these guys. The Pentalift, the Soulful, and Jay just pushing out that top lane and bot when he needed to, and those TPs from him as well. Really well played.
Mammoth CS scores for that team as well. Jay and Soulful with 209 and 224, 168 to Pentalift. Playing against the others, and we've just lost that screen there. But look, you saw those stats.
Looking at the gold difference here. Look at the total damage to champions there, Pete. Look how big that was coming out from Soulful. 35k. That is big damage compared to Echo's damage in the mid lane when it was only 6.
Mammoth damage there being taken between these two teams. Look at the killing spree as well. 6. I mean, that tells a story off the back of that. Total damage dealt across there, 170,000. And the magic deals as well, which they just could not defend again at 151,000.
Echo was just truly outclassed in this mid lane with 1-6 compared to Soulful's 12-2. And as you can see in the damage, it's just extremely big.
So there you have it. St. Andrews College taking the win in this first match of the day in your championship across Australia for Interschool Esports. This is Flaktest Gaming Season 1 for PLE Computers, Corsair Gaming and Streamline Servers. Back with Game 2 in 10 minutes. Welcome back. Welcome back to Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017, your championship, the Australian Championship for Interschool Esports. You can see more at flaktest.com. Hello to you watching on twitch.tv/flaktest and across YouTube and Facebook Live as well. It's Pete here alongside Jake and Jesse in commentary as we go into the tournament draft, picks and bans in just a moment. We're here for PLE Computers. You can see more at ple.com.au, Corsair Gaming and Streamlined Servers. It is Tranby College 1 versus GSCC Team Joy Mid, our second match you're seeing streamed live for the day. Let's go through those bans so far, Jesse.
So we've got Tom, Swain, Fiora, Azir, and Draven. Interesting bans. I think they're just banning out the champions that they play the most, because we have an interesting pick here. Blitzcrank being hovered here for Hayam Guisu. And hopefully we'll see that locked in, which it is. And Twitch is hovered for GSCC and is locked in, Twitch. And that's going to be very scary for this Tranby team here.
Rakan being hovered here by Katak, switching off to Zillion. No, back to Rakan. Come on, what are you going to pick? Do you know? And the lock-in of the Rakan happens.
I love when that happens, because you make the call, and then they hear it, and then they change.
Like, oh, am I going to? Am I?
They're messing you around, Pete. Don't listen to them.
Nesbo. Is it Nesbo or Nesbo? I'm going to go with Nesba. Lee Sin, locked in.
Nesba.
Always love a Lee Sin pick. It's been, for as far as I'm concerned, the meta of the tournament. Lee's been a fantastic jungler, so that's a good one to see. Riven locked in by Mecha, and Sage Clown picking now.
And we'll see what he goes for there. Caitlyn just been banned, though, for this red side team. She's always a very scary ADC. And hopefully...
We have seen plenty of Caitlyn this season.
Yeah, we have indeed, and for good reason as well. She's one of the top picks for ADC lately, just due to her range and just being so strong in solo laning, and 2v1 capability are insane.
Malphite.
We've seen plenty of Malphite as well.
And we have seen plenty of Malphite as well, just due to his team ult, fight capability with his ult, and in the top lane he's got so much to stand, just being the tank that he is.
It's funny, you know, there are so many champs, which are 143?
Something like that, something ridiculous.
Something crazy, but you really only see a rotation of probably like the 20 or 30, really, when we're watching the season here.
Well, speaking of that big number of champions, that's the reason why you're going to see this eventually played out across everybody's servers, not just your tournament servers, but of course we're using tournament server here for the championship across Australia. So you're seeing the patch for 7.11, but just based in tournaments, 5 bans for each team. So they go through, they ban their first 3 each team, they pick their first 3 each team, and then they get to ban another 2. Those bans, Jesse.
So we've got... I think Ezreal was banned there.
It is 9:30 in the morning, and we're starting the show all over again.
No, we're not, Pete.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I wish, because I want to go back and watch that game again, the first one. But as we see, we've got Ezreal, Echo banned here as well. And Echo, always a good band in the mid lane. Allurian Soul being locked in. Haven't seen that one yet in this tournament. And that's going to be an interesting pick in the mid lane.
As we see Rajay pick up Lucian and Wolf Harris with Annie.
I like Aurelian Soul because he looks like that really terrible enemy.
He's getting there.
Are you
Marvel.
right?
No, not really.
Do you smell toast?
I had KFC last night.
That's what it is.
And I think it's blocking parts of my brain.
That's fair enough.
That cholesterol's got clogged up in the brain.
The Amumu and the Annie are the final 2 picks of these teams as we wait to see where they're going to end up. And the movement happening. I think this is pretty much what's going to end up happening with these. Locked in across the board. All right, let's do this. For Tranby College 1. To the left of your screen, Lee Sin. Locked in by Hayam Gunso. Blitzcrank from Nesba. Riven for Mecha. Lucian for Raiji. And Annie for Wolf Harris. And across to the right of your screen, GSCC. Team Joy mid. Twitch to CB Bowler. Katak's going to lock in Rakan. Sage Clown will play Malphite. Acrid. I'm going to say Acrid. Aurelian Soul and Sir Icolettes Isn't that an insurance company? From Amumu as well. So these two teams, guys, I am not entirely confident considering what I put out last time. But what are you thinking? What are you liking with the combinations here?
Oh, well, I mean, Jesse, obviously, I'm going to go whatever you pick, but I reckon GCC.
I reckon GC as well. Just due to the Twitch being able to pop himself in the back line. Rakani's got so much pill, but also so much engage as well. Malphite with his ult, always very, very scary for the enemy team. Allurian Soul, haven't really seen him being played much in this tournament, but we'll see how he goes. And a Mumu ult, always very scary combo with that Malphite, so we'll see how we go, but my bet's on the red side here.
I'm going to have to go with the blue side, Tranby College 1, and the reason being is that Lee Sin. For me, the Lee Sin has been the pick of the tournament so far. Every time you see a Lee Sin that is jungling through the map, as long as they keep vision and the gank is really good as well from Gunsu, I think we're going to see a win going to these guys over on the left.
We'll soon see.
Well,
game.
Pete, you haven't been correct so far today.
Yep.
It's always a first.
Well, yeah, of course there's always a first, but
Today
there's always,
is that first?
not being first.
Does that mean you're going to get it though, Pete?
No, it doesn't. But does anybody get anything sometimes?
What were you trying to say before about Aurelian Soul?
He looks like the really big bad evil
blue
guy
dude
from the Marvel series.
Thanos?
Thanos.
I wasn't going to say anything. I wanted to see how much his brain would melt.
What? We've got a whole crowd of people here in the background. You don't agree? You think he looks like Thanos? He looks like Thanos!
He's a dragon, Pete.
Yeah, I know he's a dragon, but he looks like Thanos. Look at the
I
colour of his
imagine in
skin.
that tiny circle there.
And look
I
at
see
his
where you're coming
face.
from, but
He's
Look at his
blue.
face.
That's
You know
great.
what? I'm going to show you guys Thanos.
we know what Thanos
We know
looks
what
like.
Thanos
Pete.
looks like. You didn't even know the dude's name.
You clearly
10
do not
seconds
know
ago.
what Thanos looks like. Thanos.
We've got a crowd of about 1,000 people behind us here, and
No.
And no one's nodding.
Look at him. Look at Thanos.
Peter, he looks nothing like
Oh, the internet here is so poo.
and we're gonna have to
Yeah,
go
look
because
at
Pete's
him.
having a stroke.
Look at Thanos. Look at Thanos. And look at Aurelian Soul.
You know you're seeing a side profile shot there.
Yeah, look at Thanos and look at Aurelian
Is
Soul.
it because he's blue and has a jaw?
Look at Thanos and look at Aurelian Soul.
Is it just okay to disagree with you?
No.
Why does it have to be so
Yeah.
personal?
I
Because
think
he's-
we should just agree to make him stop.
Look
I
at
don't know.
look-
I've known Pete for so long.
Too long.
Way
Look
too
at
long.
Thanos and look at Aurelian Soul. They look
Yeah, I know.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
We've got 10 seconds until we're into the Nexus. For PLE Computers, ple.com.au, they are the tech leader behind esports in Australia. Corsair Gaming, and also Streamline servers, quality gaming tournament servers. This is Tranby College 1 versus GSCC Team Joy Mid. And of course, earlier on in the day, which you'll be able to see in replays across YouTube and Twitch as well, St Andrews College got the win.
Did they ever get the win?
It was a good match to watch against Roxburgh College.
It definitely wasn't the win you were expecting, was it, Pete?
No, it wasn't. That cool, calm, calculated organisation that those guys are so famous for, doing so well over Roxburgh.
And I'm just going to take the second here to, of course, plug our podcast, which you can get on iTunes.
Yes!
We're in week 3. This will be week 4. We do that straight after we finish the live show, and it will be up online today. You're not really having a great day, Pete.
It looks like Thanos.
That's all right. I'll take over. Jesse, can you go for us here? See what skins we're working through today, because as we say,
Skins get wins, and
Skins get
Pete's
wins.
gonna miss his favourite segment because he's dying over in the corner.
I'm so sorry.
Muay Thai Lee Sin. We've got I Blitzcrank, Championship Ribbon, Hechtekani, always a legendary skin, getting those 5 gems to craft that one, and it takes some time, I tell you that, as we get in game here.
I didn't see Thanos on that screen, did you?
No Thanos skin.
Shut up! I thought Thanos. Okay, as we enter the Nexus, waiting for these two teams to spawn in now. To the right of your screen, it will be GSCC Team Duo Mid. We're just waiting for the top just to change, because it's not Roxburgh College anymore, and it's not St Andrews College either. They will change in just a moment. But to the right of your screen will be GSCC Team Duo Mid. To the left of your screen will be Tranby College.
I wish for another game like that, and hopefully we'll get it with this Tranby and GSCC game,
Really?
Pete. What about
Oh,
that? If we get another game like that,
That's what this championship's all about. It is the best of the best. I mean, these at the moment, these teams that we're seeing today are generally your top of the group stages as well. They're the ones with the most wins. They're the ones that haven't dropped games all season. So it's very exciting to watch.
I really like that Blitzcrank skin.
Blitzcrank. Does it remind you of just an Apple store or something?
It reminds me of the Wall-E the movie. What's his girlfriend's name? Eva.
That's all. Anyway, as we see, we're going in here for an invade.
It looks nothing like Thanos.
You can't talk, mate.
Yes, we are seeing an invade here as a group. All right, they're going to pull back and split up. GSCC Team Duo mid, just sitting in bot. What is going on here between these two teams? This is like nothing we've ever seen before. Nesbo with the miss there.
You really want to invade when you have a Blitzcrank because it's always a really, really strong pick because you just grab him over the wall and say, hey, look, that's a free kill for me.
Nice way to pick up that early gold and just say to the team, hi,
hey, man,
we're here.
We're in the lead now, not
Hi,
you.
I'm here.
They all look a bit lost at the moment, don't they?
They're all just kind of going to their buffs now. They saw the invade from Tranby here, and they're just kind of backing off a bit, this GCSCC team.
GSCC.
GCSCC.
You added about 15 extra Cs.
GSCC.
Hey man, we'll throw some C's in there. Pretty regular start from this Lee Sin and this Amumu. We'll see them go back into laning phase here.
Good play there by Nesbo, just helping out with the Lee Sin. And leaving the buff to the Lee Sin. Top lane, Mecha and Sage Clown. Trading blows.
Before we start, I'm going to apologise in advance for throwing as many C's in there as possible, because I know I will during this game.
You can just call red and blue if you need to.
It's their fault for being GSCC.
Hey, I'd like to say Tranby College are going to win this one, because that's where I used to go to school. But
oh, here we go.
Well, you know some of the guys playing today.
We got one in the crowd. His brother's playing. And
just keeping it in the family.
One of the casters, Nathan. We've got his brother playing there.
And who's
there we go, the pull in from Nesbo. Brings CB Bowler in. Raji tries to get in there to finish it off, but can't do. Bowler manages to get the support for Katak and sits under the tower. No kill traded yet.
Bowler just able to walk out of that. Not level 2 yet. Wolf Harris able to get the stun off here, but Sir is able to come in for a gank. Nice dodge from Wolf Harris. As Luring Soul is probably just going to walk out of this one. Hayam Gosu is going to flash. Nice flash Q here from Gosu.
And who was that?
That first blood, Gwinsu.
It was the Lee Sin. That Lee Sin yet again. And that's why I keep saying this entire series, the Lee Sin pick has been the one for me because it's so dangerous if you know how to use him well. Keeping that vision across the map, pushing deep into mid lane. What?
You hearing this, Jesse?
Yeah.
His team gets 1 kill. And it's all over.
It's a hype train.
I'm telling you guys, it's get on the hype train for Lee Sin.
Choo choo, pizza board.
It is steaming into the station. Sage Clown and Mecha just trading CS up in the top lane at the moment. Bot lane, not much happening. And mid lane, the Amumu just trying to get himself back into the game after being on the other end of First Blood. 4 minutes played, 1 kill to Tranby College. 6,000 gold score, plays 5,000. No turrets down yet.
And Lee Sin come for a gank here. Missed Q though.
Malphite's going to pull back.
Flash was used for him there as well to avoid that Lee Sin gank.
Already that Gonsu looking really dangerous. Acrid gets stunned, but manages to pull away. Raiji now. Gets a hit on Bowler. Raiji. Oh, here we go. Lee Sin getting in there on Acrid. Manages to get close and flash in. Acrid gets underneath the turret and manages to pull away.
Nice gank coming in from Gonsu there as he comes in and gets that flash from Acrid.
Sage Clown copping a bit of damage from Mecha. At the moment between these two teams, not really much of a difference, but Mecha looking the more dangerous. In top lane, Katak flies in on Nesbo. Raijay's in there to support as well. The grapple brings Bowler back in. Barrier goes up. Not much damage traded there.
just seeing down here in bot lane, just a little bit of back and forth as we jump up to top lane, and we see Mecha and Sage Clown really not wanting to touch each other.
No, they definitely don't.
Here we go. We got 3 here. Nesbo misses.
Gonsu may be coming in for a little bit of a gank here. We've seen him across the map. We've seen him bot, we've seen him mid, and we've seen him top. Unlike the other enemy jungler, Amumu has only ganked mid once, and that was a failed gank, resulting in a kill for Lee Sin.
Acrid pulling away, manages to stun Wolf Harris.
Wolf Harris doing a lot of damage there on Acrid.
You keep saying Acrid, I think you mean Thanos, don't you?
Yeah.
No, because obviously it's Acrid because that's
Yeah,
the player.
yeah.
But if I was talking about the character, then yeah, by all means, Thanos. You smart Alex. Oh, the grapple comes in on Bowler. Could go down from Rajay. Rajay chasing now. Gets underneath the turret, which they'll use to defend. Bit of damage there. And look, this bot lane here,
It's pretty interesting to watch, isn't it?
it is. This Blitzcrank is just looking dangerous.
That's the beauty of the Blitzcrank. You pop out, grab, pull back, and look, they've tried twice now,
Twice.
and it didn't work.
No, it didn't really work because Rakan is always just a strong peel for him. Here we go, we see Sage Clown taking a lot of damage here from Mecha. Mecha taking a lot of damage here from the tower. Wolf Harris might be coming in for a little bit of a tower dive here, but also Amumu's coming down as well. Wolf Harris should be thinking about backing up here. Just playing it safe, walking back into his mid lane on Acrid because he can win that lane hands down.
As we move into the 7-minute mark, we see Tranby College playing 10,000 to 8,500 with a gold lead. It's really only that one kill they've got. There's no towers down yet. I would have thought we'd seen one down by now.
Nesbo
playing safe.
with that grapple, trying to get Katak, and Katak with an awesome evade. You've got to be so careful when that grapple comes out at you, but just beautifully worked there. Acrid copping damage again from Wolf Harris. You got to think in mid lane. Wolf Harris getting the upper hand at the moment. Airborne on Nesbo. Katak trading blows and then manages to get back under the turret again.
Yeah, we see Acrid just came for a little bit of a gank there with his Q, just trying to make it bigger and get that stun up on Wolf Harris, but Wolf Harris just walked out. Gonsu hopefully trying to get that early dragon, 8-minute dragon, which will be locked down for this blue team.
Manages to do so. Nesbo flies in on Bowler, manages to get the hit on, but they're underneath the turret at the moment, going for a dive, and the turret manages to give them enough defense where they just need to pull back. Now, mid lane, stunned, and Acrid could possibly go down here if they manage to get the range. Does! Gunsu gets the kill. Katak now, copping heaps of blows, and they're underneath the turret. They're low on health. They got to be careful.
Here.
Another flash Q coming out from this Gonsu. Lee Sin play. Ooh, if he's not careful, he's going to take a lot of damage from that Amumi. He should just back out under that tower, which he just did. Really well played from Gonsu here, and 2-0 already towards this champion team. You know, Jacob, we may be wrong here.
We might be, but we're probably not.
You are. I can tell you now, I'm very confident about this team composition. That Lee Sin is going to be putting in work. Nesbo now, and Rajay just pulling away, but getting enough damage on that turret to make it worth it. As we can see now, the Lee Sin is making his way deep into the jungle for GSCC Team Joy mid.
Might be looking for a little bit of a gank here on this top lane. Sage Clown should be a little bit of aware of where this Lee Sin is. Gonsu going to pick up that red buff.
No wards.
From this Amumu.
No wards down for GSCC Team Joy mid, which they really need. They're losing vision on the map at the moment, and it's doing them in. Here we go. Hi, I'm Gonsu. Says hello to Sage Clown. Comes in with the gank. Manages to pull off damage. Sage Clown manages to flash away.
A little bit of a communication error here, but we might see a dive here. Sage Clown does have ult still, and it's used, but he will go down to Ribbon. Mecha picking up that kill, but here comes Acrid and Sir on Amumu. Mecha taking a lot of damage here. A nice ult from Amumu, and he will go down. Gonsu picking up. Oh, is he gonna go down?
Gonsu's going to flash away. He manages to do so. Slippery little thing. All of a sudden, though, it's 3-1. 2 kills traded there, 1 for each team. 15,500 gold to Tranby College, 12,000 gold to GSCC.
we're really seeing a different pace as we saw to the last game. It's a lot more collected, but when that pressure's on, I think there's a bit more panic in the air.
Here we go. The gank coming in from Acrid, looking to get a surprise kick on Wolf Harris. Manages to stun.
Amumu is here, ready to support Acrid from this Wolf Harris. But Wolf Harris just going to walk out, same as this Amumu. As we were talking about in that top lane earlier, Pete, a little bit of a communication error when it comes down to that Riven Lee Sin. Lee Sin went to kick back. He Malphite would have travelled a lot further, but a nice Q, from Gonsu coming in there. All his ganks have just been really well executed. Really well executed, and I'm surprised coming out from this Tramby team what I'm seeing, to be honest.
I'm not. I got to be honest with you, I was quietly confident. Again, the least hit for me. But in looking for a dive now is the blue team, but they managed to get the turret down. That is first blood turret and a kill. It could be 2 kills here. Possibly again, looking for another dive. No, they're going to pull back, play the safe game, which they should, because they made a real mess of GSCC Team Duo mid in that bot lane just there, picking up first blood turret and the goal that comes with it, as well as a kill. It's now 5-1, 19,500 plays 13,500, 11.5 minutes gone in this second game of the day for Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017. For PLE Computers, ple.com.au, the tech leader behind esports in Australia, Corsair Gaming and Streamline Servers.
And as we see the leads, Pete, the gold leads are starting to, come apart from each other, and so are the kills as well. And we'll see Lee Sin going across that map again, top, mid, bot. You've seen him everywhere, and I agree, Lee Sin has been a very strong contender in this competition so far, compared to, I'd say, Amumu, who has really strong teamfighting potential, but I'd say Lee Sin is more for that gank.
Don't let Pete get too confident with his predictions.
The only problem that I see with the Amumu with this team and that pick is that they're not getting into too many team fights right now. So the Amumu doesn't have the opportunity to do what he's doing. Now, looking for the dive again on Sage Clown. It's a gank here, but Gonsu will go down, playing a little bit too close. Another dive here as we head down towards bot lane. Wolf Harris slays Acrid to Icolets now, copping it, and cops it indeed from Ryjay. Sage Clown playing it underneath and gets rid of that ward and the top turret. And it looks like blue team will clear.
Wolf Harris coming in and cleaning up with those stuns. Amumu just going down there, as well as Acrid. Acrid has no mobility whatsoever. Sage Clown taking a lot of damage there from Mecha, but this should be mid turret down going for Tramby College. Wolf Harris might be able to pick it up, because Acrid is just spawning now.
Getting 13 minutes into this with a dragon, another Drake on its way in 30 seconds, but would you take the opportunity right now, if you were Tramby College, to maybe go after that Rift Herald? See if you can drop another turret somewhere.
I think you might be right there, Pete. I think they should go for this Rift Herald, drop the dragon, because I think it's just another Cloud Dragon, so it's just movement speed, but that's really going to help the rotates. But I think that this Tramby College team might pick up that dragon as well as that Rift Herald, because I feel like they could be able to, beat Duo Mid in this fight.
Wrap it up to a real quick game, you think, in there, Jess?
Yeah.
Here we go. Alright, this could be where the Amumu comes in handy. It's moving around the map, manages to get in. Katak on Nesbu, goes after the dive, and it's Acrid and Nesbot right now. The team coming in, all sides from GSCC Team Duo Mid.
Just walking out there, I thought the Malphite was going to come in, but TP going top for Malphite, trying to save that tower from Riven, which is understandable, given it is, they do have a 2-turret lead at the moment. Don't want to make it 3. Don't want to make it 3P, and Riven still has TP up for these fights as well, if they do decide to fight a dragon.
Need to defend as much as they possibly can. I mean, if you are GSCC Team Duo Mid, you are possibly looking for the Rift Herald yourself, just to be able to claw that turret advantage back from Tranby. Here we go, as we see Sage Clown just doing the right thing, clearing a ward, keeping vision low.
We see Tranby College do have quite the vision on this map so far. If I was Team Pure Mid, I would be looking to get this dragon whilst Rift Herald is being taken.
The Malphite looking like he's going to come in and either steal or try and defend this Rift Herald, because he does know if this Rift Herald goes down, goodbye. It's going to be real tough to claw their way back. Okay, so he's just floating out at the moment. Nesbot is going to chase him away, which means they will get the Rift Herald, goes to Tranby College, and that is a massive advantage this early in the match.
And GSCC could say goodbye to their top turret when that Rift Herald, it might be placed in there, or it could be placed mid to get that tier 2 turret.
We see a huge goal difference there, don't we, Jesse?
It is pretty big, 26k to 18k to Tranby College, and Acrid going for a gank from Rajay. He shouldn't eat back in there because he's just going to get dumpstered by a Mumu, and Twitch just doing a lot of damage, but picking up a kill on Acrid as well. 1-for-1 trade. I can't complain about that.
Can't complain about that whatsoever, because that's just a really balanced piece of play there. Rajay getting that kill, and
well, if you're going to go down, you may as well take someone with you.
Got to go down swinging.
That's it, Jesse.
you do have to go down swinging, don't you? Because then all of a sudden, you know, the team who was trying to come in and gank you in the first place didn't really achieve anything.
Well, you know, GSCC are going to pick up a bit more gold, but I think it was a shutdown on Rajay, so it is a bit of a better kill, but at least Rajay went down swinging, absolutely.
He was able to pick those that kill up and get those items that he much desperately needs, which is going to make him, in turn, even more stronger. Rift Herald goes down in the top lane, looking for that tier 1 top turret.
There
Not
we go.
careful, Sage Clown could go down, but able to walk out there. Smart decision for him there, because the tower dive was about to go down.
Moving to mid lane, Wolf Harris gets the stun on Icolex. Is he going to follow through?
Too tanky. Oh! I say too tanky, but he's really not. Wolf Harris not able to pick that kill up, but Rift Herald doing a lot of damage to this tier 1 turret here. Mecha, nice pull there from Blitzcrank, just getting on that Sage Clown. Flash is burnt from Sage Clown then. Gazebo getting up that kill. Mecha with a huge ult, taking out Malphite. Wolf Harris in the mid lane though, trying to push it, but taking a lot of damage from tower if he's not careful. That's gonna go Twitch. Bowler gonna go down, and that's gonna be tier 2 turret for this Tranby College team. The tables have turned, Jacob. We're wrong.
Everyone has it first, Jesse.
How's it taste? How's it taste, boys?
Sour
How's it taste?
and salty.
Tell me, how's it taste?
I'm glad you're very humble about this, Pete.
It's a salty pie that Pete's serving up.
Yeah.
All right, Acrid now trying to push in and manages to get the stun on the Blitzcrank, so the Blitzcrank can't go back to its Nexus, but he's managed to get away anyway. But that was a massive play from Tranby College. So much advantage there, as it looks like Rajay is going to get bot lane. No,
He's coming in for the gank. Icolex pushes in. Rajay, he's got to move. I don't think he's going to make it out of there as the rest of GSCC come down and he is gone.
Turret trade though. Turret trade for the kill, and that is second tier turret for Tranby College. I'd be quite happy with that, to be honest with you. Now you've got a 6-0 turret lead. You've got gold score at 35,000 plays 23. 10 kills over 4 kills. 19 minutes about to tick over in this match for Flaktest Gaming.
And if I was GSCC, I'd be looking for this dragon as well. Their Lucian is down, arguably one of their strongest teammates at the moment, as well as this Annie.
Is that Baron going to turn things around for them?
When it spawns, hopefully, yeah.
Baron still a minute away from spawning.
Not long.
Cloud Drake right now under the pump from Gonsu and Nesbot. They will get this. Doing a great job of defending.
Forced to ult out there, so that's no ult for him in the team fight. That might be able to go down within the next few minutes. Sage Clown just ulting away, just scared of that Blitzcrank Q just coming in.
Movement speed so important this far into the game for a team that's so far ahead already, especially when you got something like the Lee Sin.
Sage Clown popping up there. Lee Sin looking for the kick. He might go down here. He's going to go down. It's a 3-for-1. He's got nowhere to go, no ult, and no way to get out. And that's just another easy kill for Tranby College right there.
But geez, Malphite has some health on him. He can take a few hits.
He can take a few hits, but
not that many.
Sadly, the 4-1 Lee Sin and the 2-1 Riven can also deal quite a fair bit of hits as well.
Back into, and this is telling, isn't it? You know, as we're watching the camera here, enemy Nexus. Lee Sin Floating around the map, looking for something nice and early, getting a little bit cheeky, but they managed to defend well. Grouping quite well is this team, GSCC. Jumps over the wall, in goes Katak. The stun comes down and rooted. Wolf Harris is on a killing spree. Sir Icolex copping so much damage there. Double kill, triple kill. And Tranby College pushing hard now. Sage Clown copping a lot of damage as they dive him underneath the turret. They will get the kill and the opportunity for the inhibitor turret there. The inhibitor turret will go down, but they will trade Rajay. No, they won't. The difference in support comes in with the health. Red turret's destroyed. Inhibitor goes down next.
And a quadra kill for Annie right there. Wolf Harris popping off with that quadra. Sadly didn't get the penta because the Malphite was able to clean him up. Might be looking for a top tier turret here or Baron. It's just spawned. Jacob, you said 5 minutes ago when it was about to spawn that they might be looking for it. Mecha should be able to get out here with his flash. And he
Mecha's
does.
got to. Could quite possibly get caught in here if one of them can flash forward, but he's going to get the support here from Hi, I'm Gonzu. Now dives in and manages to get away as well with his flash. Does just enough to be able to support Mecha, so Mecha can get away. Rajay there as well, and the rest of the team come in.
Now Gonzu had a little bit of Lee syndrome there, decided to go in as soon as he hit the Q. It wasn't really a smart idea, but hopefully this Tranby team will back out and just regroup and think about getting that Baron or another inhibitor.
But I tell you what, that awareness from the Lee Sin to know that he had the amount of health and also his keys up to be able to get in there, do enough damage just to support and get his teammate out of trouble, and also get himself out of trouble as well. This is why I've been so impressed by this Tranby College team. Their awareness around the map and themselves has been so positive and so strong this entire game.
And as we see Tranby College just starving this GSCC team of their jungle, just making sure that they get no XP when they come out of their base. And that's really well played by this Tranby team.
They're playing nice and defensively, GSCC, because I think at the moment that's about all they can do. They're not pushing out hard enough. They're really waiting for Tranby College to walk up, and that's, I think, what's letting them down. What do you think they can do now, Jess? Like, what's their play to be able to come out? They've obviously got to pick up Baron.
Yep. They're going to have to play back, play it smart, get a really, really good Malphite and a Moo combo going. Peel for that Twitch because he's going to be most of your damage. He's got most of your kills, and that's what you want. You want that Twitch to get really, really fed and just do insane amount of damage in the backline.
We see here is Tranby College pop up. They're going to try and take that inhibitor turret down, but GSCC are going to respond in time.
Gonzu gone in here. Wolf Harris picking up the kill on Twitch. So with a nice ult here from a Moo double kill, a nice Malphite ult from Sage Clown, picking up the triple kill. Wolf Harris on Annie, shut down though. Again, Wolf Harris is going down, but so is Sage Clown. Gonzu picking up the kill as well. Acrid might go down, able to dash out, but Acrid picking up the kill on Gonzu. But that is Rajay picking up the kill on Acrid as well, and this could be game to Tranby College here.
We're looking at another 5 seconds before anyone from GSCC is back in. It's going to be a tough push, but there's only 3 there from Tranby College. They're going to work really hard to bring those turrets down so they can walk in easier later.
A nice ult there.
At the very least, they'll get the damage on. Katak jumps right in with the ult there. Bowler slays Rajay. Mecha gets slain as well. Nesbo on low. Katak can come in, get close. Nesbo doing so well, but no, can't get away from the triple kill.
And that is a triple kill for Bowler. Whew, what a defense from GSCC here. Just another repeat of last game with that open Nexus in the mid lane.
But we see their Nexus have taken a few hits, and really, Tranby are going to be able to walk in here now. If they get a good team kill happening, it's all over.
They've opened the gates, Jacob, and they'll be looking for that Baron now because they've applied that pressure to GSCC. So you got the super minions just coming in, smacking that Nexus, and then Tranby College should be looking for this Baron. Which
the last 2 towers that are standing have got a sliver of health. Here we see Tranby College. Really? They're looking for that dragon. Ah, doesn't matter.
No wards on Baron as we speak. Bowler going in to maybe put some wards on there as he should. but he's just going to get absolutely demolished by Wolf Harris and his burst. The ult stun is just absolutely crazy coming out from Annie, and Twitch didn't stand a chance. They maybe should have sent someone else, maybe Sir on Amumu or Cadex on Rakan.
It was really a bad death there, wasn't it?
Well, it was a bad death there because they didn't have the vision on what was happening. Without that vision, didn't know there were so many of the others around the map. But now,
GSCC have just lost their damage, and they can't contest this Baron.
A great opportunity here with GSCC being so far into their own nexus. Tranby College picks up Baron, so that's 2 Cloud Drakes plus the Baron. The buffs are all over Tranby College at the moment, as are the scores. 9 turrets to nothing. 52,000 gold score plays 35,000 gold score. 25.5 minutes gone for PLE Computers, Corsair Gaming and Streamline Servers. This is Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017, Game 2.
Both top lane and bot lane turrets, as you said, Jacob, on a slither of health. So this Tranby team looking to split up maybe and get some of those turrets and open those inhibs back up as mid-inhib spawns for GSCC. That's going to be pretty helpful for them.
So you think they're playing just a little bit safer, they really want to get those inhibs down, get all the super minions they can, because I think now they've got the buffs, they can really push in and take the
Here we go.
Iclets dives in, going for the
Harris
gank, manages to shut down the Annie.
Wolf Harris just getting a little bit caught there with the Annie, Amumu and Malphite ult.
As we move down to bot lane here, it was a kill trade though, which means that blue team is going to pick up the inhibitor turret, and they're going to get the inhibitor as well. They are 1 more inhibitor turret and 2 inhibitors away from super minions. Nesba is going to be absolutely crushed here by this team. Cops the ult there. Barrier goes up though. Manages to get a bit of shielding as Gonzu tries in for a bit of support.
A nice kick from Gonzu there. Nesbo trying to crawl out there, but hopefully Gonzu will also TP coming in from Riven. A nice pull there from Nozbo, picking up So on Amumu. Will he go down? No, So's going to pick up the kill on Gonzu. As he goes down, Sage Clown's going to pick up nothing as he goes down. Ray J picking up the kill on Sage Clown. He's doing a lot of damage. Amumu.
This is an interesting little one here in the tri-bush. The gank coming in, but Iclets just manages to get the kill off before Rai comes in and finishes him off as well.
A good TP coming out from that Riven though, really just saving the skin of this Lee Sin. He still died, but he also picked up some kills and made it worth as well.
Wolf Harris now deep into enemy territory, trying to drop this Nexus, drop this inhibitor, and manages to do so with the help of Mecha.
That's going to be 2 inhibs for Tranby College now, looking for a third.
I think their minions will take care of that.
Well, once that happens, that'll be 3 inhibs down, all 3. And unfortunately with that, for this GSCC team duo mid, comes the super minions as well that they have to start thinking about defending. GSCC!
Wolf Harris picking up the kill on Cataract. Bowler picking up the kill on Annie though. Ray J is going to kill that Amumu. Double kill for Bowler though, picking it up on Riven. Lucian doing massive amounts of damage here. Bowler gonna go down to Ray J, also gonna pick up that kill on Agrid hopefully, and maybe end the game. Gonsu picking up another quadra kill. 2 quadra kills in this game. You couldn't write this stuff, Jacob.
Absolutely not. And Jesse, as much as it pains me to say, we were not correct.
We can just leave that part out on the YouTube.
28 minutes and 45 seconds it took for Tranby College 1 to get the win. 30 plays, 16, and you saw the rest of there on screen as we enter the analyst screens now.
We saw a 20,000 gold lead.
It was a massive lead towards the end there for PLE Computers, Corsair Gaming and Streamline Servers. This is Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017. Pete here in commentary alongside Jacob and Jesse as well. Don't forget, with PLE Computers, the tech leader behind esports in Australia, you can go and check them out at ple.com.au. As we look at the victory screen here now, guys, Team 1, Tranby College, getting the win with 30 kills over Team 2, GSCC, Team Duo Mid, on 16. Take us through what you see, Jesse.
Those big carries on Annie and Lucian. Wolf Harris doing big damage there. 11-4, Ray J 10-3, and Lee Sin, Hayam Gonsu 6-3, and they just didn't really stand a chance. Baola picked up a lot of kills for this GSCC team, being 7-6, but sadly it just wasn't enough, and Tranby just overwhelmed them with the amount of kills that they had.
The Rajay putting in so much work there. See a score nice and high. 126 to Hayam Gonsu, and that Lee Sin. For me, again, guys, I think it was early on in the game where I think it was the Lee Sin really that did the work, was getting through, obviously got the gank and picked up that first kill in top lane, and was just such a great sort of vision player for this team.
Yeah, I should have trusted your Lee Sin pick there, Pete.
Yeah, but he was going on about Thanos, so I figured he knew nothing what he was talking about.
Yeah, we thought he was insane, so we didn't go with it.
Well, that is Game 2 of today's proceedings. Game 3 will be a little bit later on right here across twitch.tv/Flaktest, YouTube, and also across Facebook Live as well. We're getting set for Adwell College Rav taking on Marymount. Stay with us. This is the Flaktest Gaming Interschool Esports National Championship Season 1 for PLE Computers, ple.com.au, Corsair Gaming, and Streamline Servers.
can't get no sleep. Your touch is making me weak. I've got to have your love. You're the one I'm thinking of. I can't get no sleep. I'm thinking of you, thinking of you. I've gotta have your love. I've got to have your love. You're the one for me. I want you all night. I wanna hold you tight. You're the man for me. Ooh, you're sexy thing. You keep me up all night. I can't get no sleep. Your touch makes me weak. I've gotta have your love. You're the one I'm thinking of. necessary. It's very pressing for us to retain the power again as in the past. It can be the ferry. It is time to change. It begins a new rebellion process from the underground to happiness. Yes, it's necessary. It's very pressing for us to retain the power again as in the past. It can be the ferry. It is time to change. It begins a new rebellion process from the underground. Yes, we are just a number without fuel. We are only a number without fuel. With a vicious name, we'll lost in the sea. Birth certificates and identity cards, health insurance cards, also credit cards. We are in a capital letters, only legal entities. We manage a life as a trust to the SEC. Security Exchange Commission as a bond to the SEC. No discipline and no control for the democratic world. Dignity for the slaves and human rights, okay. Total respect for the people. Free time, free learning, free knowledge for everyone to learn it from the wide galaxy. Yes, we are just a number without fuel. We are only a number without fuel. With a vicious name, we're lost in the sea. Birth certificates and identity cards, health insurance cards, also credit cards. We are in a capital letters, only legal entities.
Welcome back to Flaktest Gaming. This is Game 3 of the day, Season 1, 2017, in the Australian National Interschool Esports Championship. You can see more at flaktest.com. Pete here, alongside in commentary with Jacob and Jesse for PLE Computers, ple.com.au, Corsair Gaming and Streamline Servers. This is a big match that we have for you today. Atwell College Rav is undefeated in their group stages, and it is a must-win for Marymount Team 2. If they don't, just as that suggests, that's it. Drop to the bottom of the group stages and will not make it through to the next part of the series. As we go into picks and bans here in Tournament Draft, Jesse, take us through the bans we're seeing on the screen.
We're seeing Galio, Lucian, Darius, Karma, Draven, and Vayne. Vayne always a very scary pick. Karma in the support role, very scary, especially against those enemy ADCs. Just a mass amount of poke. Darius, always a strong laning phase. Lucian, you want to get that man straight out of there. Galio, always a good ban due to his ult. And we see Yorick Timo being locked in here for this red side. And we've seen Jin Swain being locked in as well. Interesting pick on the Timo. Not sure where they're going to place that man, but we'll soon find out, Pete.
I've got to get used to those 5 bans.
Yeah, well, the 5 bans, as we see the Nautilus being picked here and the Lee Sin being locked in by King Kinger. The 5 bans here coming in off the back of patch 7.11, just for tournament servers so far, which is, of course, what you're seeing. The way it works is teams go through and they pick 3 bans each, followed by 3 picks each, and then they have an opportunity to pick 2 more bans either side, followed by their final 2 picks. This accounting for the amount of champions there are available in League of Legends from Riot Games. So, as we continue here, we see the Lee Sin has been picked, the Nautilus picked, the Timo, the Swain. The top right there is in the process of banning here, and the Jin. What is our 4th set of bans there, Jesse?
We'll see Yasuo being banned out for this red side. Yasuo is always very annoying. Once he gets going, you don't want to verse that man. It's always quite tilting to verse a Yasuo in lane once he's fed. And hopefully we'll see a Vladimir ban or something other strong. We see a Lulu ban as well. Orianna, equally strong. She's going to be very scary, as we saw in the games before. In that first game today, we saw the Orianna just go and absolutely demolish everyone, 12-2. And that's a good reason for them to ban this team.
Thanks for bringing those games up. St Andrews College getting a mammoth win over Roxburgh. That was a top-of-the-table clash between 2 Eastern States teams in their group stage. And yes, St Andrews College getting the win. It took them a little over half an hour, but they got there in the end. Atwell College, as we see with Marymount here, and Tranby College getting the win in emphatic fashion over GSCC Team Joy Mid, who was dominated. Severe in, Warwick in, picking next is Rogan and Minidar as well.
We'll see Warwick being locked in, and he's quite the scary jungler when he hits 6, so you don't want to be next to him in a 1v1 because of his lifesteal passive. It's just absolutely insane. We'll see Bard locked in as well for this red side team.
Looking forward to what it is going to be like to call these 2 teams as we just wait for them to put their champions into place. We're in tournament draft right now. This is Game 3 of today's proceedings. As we mentioned before, Atwell College Rav are undefeated. Marymount Team 2, who you're seeing on screen as well. This is a must-win. If they don't, they stay out of contention in their group stage. For PLE Computers, ple.com.au, Corsair Gaming and Streamline Servers. You're watching this across twitch.tv/Flaktest, YouTube, and also on Facebook Live. And don't forget to make sure you check us out, subscribe, share it around with your mates as well. The Flaktest Gaming Podcast, we're going to be doing episode 5 a little bit later on today as well, which you'll be able to see, episode 4, which you'll be able to see at iTunes and Android, and of course also at flaktest.com. The 2 picks in here that we can see, Jin, Swain, Nautilus, Warwick and Jana make up the team on your left. Yorick, Timo, Lee Sin, Severe and Bard to round out the team to your right. Gents, taking a look at these 2 team compositions so far, what do you make of it and who's your pick?
Well, I like the dude who bought WinRAR. No one buys WinRAR.
Nobody buys WinRAR?
No, because it's freeware. You're not supposed to buy it. You just use it. But now you've bought it.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
Not really.
No? Okay, WinRAR's a bit of software in your computer that does like unzips files that you download.
Okay. Where are you getting WinRAR from?
The Timo pick. I bought WinRAR.
Fair enough, yep.
Oh,
So you can't find
gotcha.
the-
Yeah,
Don't
right,
worry,
okay.
everyone else in the stream is laughing. They understand, but it's really awkward in the studio. Yeah, some people over here know what I'm talking about.
Well, yep, they
Yep.
do.
totally got you there. Yep, with you.
Okay, Jesse, you tell us who's going to win. Moving right along.
I'm going to have to go for this blue side team here. Just looking at their picks, they've got the Jin for the back line, they got the Swain for the front, the Nautilus for the front, Warwick with that CC lock there with the Nautilus ult, and Shanna for the pill on the back for that Jin. Where C on the red side, I'm not really sure. Yorick is always a strong top laner. Mo, not sure where he's going. I suspect he's going mid. Lee Sin jungle, always a strong pick as we've seen in games in this tournament. Severe, haven't seen played much in this ADC role. Bard, saw him played last week, a very strong pick last week, but I'm not sure how this team will go with him. He's quite the skill matchup here.
Pete, you love the Lee Sin.
I do love the Lee Sin, but I'm just not entirely sure of the rest of the team composition. For me, I don't know. I'm not feeling the Timo pick right now. Sort of along the same lines as what Jesse was talking about, but I don't know. Lee Sin isn't enough. Is enough of a strong pick for me to have picked Tranby last team, because I mean Tranby is a very good team to begin with, but for Marymount in a must-win situation, I'm not entirely confident. Adwell College Rav is a very tough team. They remain undefeated for the season. And as we're getting a bit off the side at the moment from our producing team, 30 seconds to go until we enter Skins get wins screen, guys.
That's right, and that's where we've always said the game is won or lost.
Yes, when skins do get wins, and we're always excited to see which skins are being played and which team's going to win with them.
You looking forward to any particular skins, looking at the champs we've got up there?
No, I like to go in blind. I like to be surprised.
You like the shock and the awe of what are you going to get? The oohs and the ahs. Here we go. As we wait for the client to load.
I smell chicken.
It's because we have chicken ready for us to eat over there, Pete.
Fantastic, that's great. PLE Computers, Corsair Gaming, Streamline Servers, and Red Rooster.
Not a sponsor. But that'd be nice.
That wouldn't it be great, hey?
Aren't you going for some chicken wings, Pete? Some thighs?
Pete's a thigh man.
Look, I'm a thigh man. I certainly am a thigh man.
Come on, give us some context, Pete.
Okay, so look, Nando's. I decided that it would be a great idea if I tweeted Nando's and said how many retweets for free barbecue thigh fillers for a year, and they sent back 18 million.
I saw that tweet.
Yeah, thanks for retweeting.
That's alright.
That's two more closer to 18 million.
I didn't retweet, by the way. I just thought you should know that.
Yeah, no, I do know that. I was being sarcastic. I thanks for spoiling my dreams of barbecue thigh fillers. Just so not really. Oh, we got Pentakill Yorick and Panda Timo. Not really any other skins here. Interesting, guys. Very interesting.
Yeah, Elderwood Bard, always a nice skin to look at. Pentakill Yorick, always a cool skin to look at as well. He's got his guitar for his weapon. But other than that, Panda Timo doesn't really excite me. Doesn't really get me going in the skins.
So we've got Atwell College and Marymount. And Pete, you were saying if Marymount don't get this win, they're going to be relegated to the bottom of their group. So the pressure's on for them right now.
Pressure's on for them. It is big pressure. Big pressure. Adwell College Rav being undefeated. If they drop a game, it's not such a big deal because they'll probably still be sitting around the top of the table anyway. But as we get towards the tail end of the group stages, this is where those wins become very, very important for these teams. Don't forget to make sure that you are registered at flaktest.com and you're gearing up for following seasons to come after this one. I mean, we have some amazing plans in the works for what we're going to be putting on, especially the fact that this season, for the first season, not only being the national tournament for inter-school esports run by Flaktest Gaming, but also that if it's interstate teams from the East Coast, us being from Perth at the moment, that do make the grand final, we will fly you to Perth for the grand final, which we're looking forward to. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Just running through some of those wins from today. Tranby College, number 1, taking out GSCC Team Duo Mid and St Andrews College, which was an incredible game to watch. Plenty of action in that, defeating Roxburgh College.
Yes. So, Pete, we didn't really get your verdict as well on these two teams. Who do you reckon is going to go through?
Adwell College, Rav.
You reckon?
Undefeated is good enough for me.
I reckon it's good enough for me as well.
As we enter Summoner's Rift, to the left of your screen, Atwell College, Rav, the undefeated team will be left and blue. The red team to the right of your screen will be Marymount in a must-win match for them as we wait for champions to spawn in. The team composition: Bardmain, Recock, Newt, XS, and Minidar taking on Noku, Winra, Kinga, HD, and Rojan.
Hit me with that pause.
It's an early pause.
It is a very early pause. 11 seconds in, pause.
I think it was a
2,
missed pause.
1.
Nothing.
Nobody else joined.
Oh, were you trying to get a whole studio?
No.
It's hopefully trying to get everybody in. Can we pause the game and try that again?
Crowds of thousands.
Can't do that? Okay, fine. Fair enough.
Damn it.
Was that a misclick, Jesse, or was that some sort of, new strategy that we're not aware of yet?
I think someone might have just been coming to the PC or something from the toilet. I don't know. I'm not in their houses.
That could be a good thing.
Probably a good thing.
Very similar spread across these two teams. The top laners going where they need to. Mid laners and bot and junglers.
Nothing really interesting happening within the first few minutes of this game. No invades, just pretty standard starts for both teams here.
Newt and Noku just dropping wards at the moment. That ward dropping down on Newt. So Newt having to pull away a little bit to stay hidden.
And he's just going to chill in the grass, just
chilling like a villain.
He's got a guitar, keep himself entertained.
Slash. Call him Slash. That is a band reference for anybody who doesn't know who Slash is. Never mind, doesn't matter.
It's just funnier for Jesse and I if we let you keep talking, because you end up talking nonsense after a while.
Yeah.
Thanos?
Hey, shut up.
Does he look like Thanos, does he, Pete?
He looks like Thanos.
Look, that guy's kind of blue. He's Thanos.
Look at that.
Wow, thanks guys, appreciate it. It's really nice. Here we go. Alright. Minions spawned in.
Swain getting that poke down on the Teemo, just knowing that he can do that poke damage towards Teemo, because all his abilities are not auto attack based, so Teemo's pretty useless in the mid lane, if you ask me.
You're not liking the pick at all.
I'm not liking the pick, no. I could be proven wrong, but there we go.
There we go. Minra copying it a little bit from Rekoff.
So that's what I was just talking about. Swain's just going to lay down the poke damage because Mo's just going to throw a Q at him, but Swain's just still going to do a heap of damage towards him.
Newt and Noku just dancing around each other at the moment, picking up minions.
Another tank fest in the top lane, and we've seen way too many of those, Pete, in the top lane throughout this tournament.
But that's what you expect, isn't it? I mean, what else are you going to see with the two tanks at the top? Unless you're seeing a bit of ganking. Alright, in goes Rooted is Rojan. This could be first blood. No, manages to get the support from Gamefrost HD and pulls away nicely. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Rico just getting those pokes again on Winra as to push away. Rojan now low on health, as is HD. Minidar looking to get out of vision, but the ward is there. Sends out and manages to pick up an airborne, but doesn't do anything else with it. They're sitting under the turret and defending nicely. Now, XS taking on Kinga. This is the Lee Sin being done now. Manages to get out to the other side of that wall and manages to escape.
But what an early burn on that flash. And you sort of wonder what he was doing there.
It was lucky. There we go. HD underneath the turret. Trying to flee, but the gank coming in on Noku. Newt now and Excess chasing Noku down, pulls away, and Kinger could come around and gank.
A nice gank from that Excess there. Kinger might be looking for a counter gank here. Mo very low, and first blood towards Atwell College. Kinger might be looking for a gank here on Newt. I don't think he's going to get much out of it though. Nautilus probably chance to just walk out of this.
Decides turn around instead and actually get a couple of hits on Kinger.
TP coming in from Swain. Kinger got nothing to get away. Still has flash up. Flash is burned from Kinger, but so is Swain as well. Going down, and a nice kill for Swain there, picking up on Kinger. Ooh, we're getting spicy now.
It was a good play there, guys, from the blue team. Atwell College Rav, 6,500 gold score, 2 kills to nothing. 5,000 gold score to Marymount, 4.5 played.
Bard main doing a lot of damage to the Bard, ironically, in the bot lane.
It's planned.
It's planned.
It was calculated.
Rico getting rooted now.
Noku's going to try and stay under that
Always
turret.
than one. Gamefrost, HD. Rogen sitting underneath the turret.
Bard main doing a lot of damage to Rogen there. If he's not careful, he could go down.
Picking up a level there. And a little bit of health along the way. Newt claws in Noku. The damage comes thick and fast and manages to slay. That's 3 kills now, just past 5 minutes.
Noku picking up that kill on Newt, picking up that kill on Noku. Just a lot of damage from that Nautilus there, as you see from the corrupting pot, just doing that damage over time. That's what really got him that kill and secured it.
You've got to be careful there. If you don't escape from it, it's going to keep burning you, isn't it?
Bard main just manages to dodge Rogen, who becomes airborne. HD is rooted, but manages to pull away, but may, and indeed does, get slain. That's 4 kills now in less than 6 minutes to Atwell College Rav, the undefeated team in this group.
Bard main picking up that kill on Gamefrost HD. That's what you want. You want that Jhin to get really, really fed. Just chuck him in the backline for his ult, and he's just going to do massive amounts of damage.
This is a very, very early pull-away lead for Atwell College Rav. Earlier than what we've seen for most games. Noku now chasing down Newt. Manages to get the barrier up around.
Noku just walling that Nautilus off, just saying, no, you're not going to kill me again, because that's not what Noku wants.
No one wants to be killed.
No one wants to be killed.
No one wants to be killed for the 5th kill as well.
There's a deep meaning behind that, but we'll leave that for now.
We see Noku pushing forward just a little bit. What's he going to do? Is he going to try a sneaky hit?
Just can't. Noku's got to play the safe game here.
Kinger might be looking for a little bit of a gank here in the top lane, getting that Scuttle Crab. Rogen just getting a little bit of damage off on Bard main.
Here we go. In comes Minidar. Cops it from HD. Chasing down Rogen. Rogen now being ganked. Minidar flies out and manages to get away quick enough. Cops a little bit of damage from the turret, but manages to pull away and defend.
Flash was burned from the Janna then. Oh. Just getting away from that with the portal from Bard. As we see pretty standard laning phase in the mid lane. Bot lane has just been popping off with fights left, right and center. Bit of a tank fest. Top lane again. Hopefully something will happen in this bot lane. With Will Bard main getting a nice root off there on Gamefrost HD. Heal used from HD. Forced to back off there, but you can really tell who's the better bot lane here as Swain picks up on Teemo. Might get the kill. Teemo's got nothing to do with this, man. Swain picking up that easy kill. As I said, that pick is really hurting him. Really, really hurting him.
Was a very easy kill. I mean, as Marymount, would you possibly be having that conversation with your Teemo right now as to maybe it's time to change things up a little bit, Jesse?
Yes it is indeed. Where Swain's just going to push in that mid lane, and bot lane are just going to push in that bot lane because they have quite a confident lead over towards it.
Minidar now with Bard main, the bot team. It's Gamefrost HD, targeted by the turret, but does get a hit off to HD. Back to top lane now, Newton Noku. doing what tanks do. And up goes the wall. Newt copping a bit more damage.
Noku altered on Newt. Newt should be able to just walk out of this due to just Nautilus just being extremely tanky there. Now, if Newt isn't careful here, Noku could dive, which is maybe choosing not to because Warwick is there for the counter if he does. Here we go.
Excess coming in, looking for the gank. Jumps all over, fleeing, rooted.
That's
Noku
it.
goes down.
Newt picking up that kill. Really well executed gank by Excess there. Oh, here we go. Barbmain doing a lot of damage onto Rogan. Rogan might go down. Nice heal. Barbmain using ult there. Game HD. Cool. Flash coming out from Severe. Double kill on Barbmain. A lot of flashes used. Flash used on Severe to get away from that bullet, but sadly she flashed over and killed the Bard. Excess trying to get a kill on Kinga here. He should be able to just walk out of this one. Flash kick doesn't quite go through, and that could be the death of Kinga.
Manages to get away, sitting under the turret, just enough to sort of scare his
Flash
opponent
used
away.
there.
That Timo
Oh, no.
knows now. He knows to get out of the way because
He
this
does.
is going to die again. We're starting to see now why Atwell College are undefeated and why Marymount maybe aren't, you know?
Oh, a nice gank coming in from John, and then nice ult. Swain probably be able to pick up that kill. Too easy. Just
Rico.
too easy.
Rico now on a rampage. 9 kills to nothing just as we tick over 10 minutes. 17,000 gold score, plays 11,000. And in that course of the last 30 seconds, we had First Blood turret going to Atwell College Rav as well as the gank comes in on Noku. Managed to get underneath the turret and defend. But still got Newt and Excess. Excess peels off and disappears back into the jungle. Possibly looking to come around at some point and get another gank. And this does look like, unless this red team can defend well, possibly a mid lane turret as well. King Kinga taking damage. Rojan now throwing out some damage of his own to defend. Noku and Newt. Barrier goes up. Noku's rooted. Newt with plenty of health left. Can take it to Noku a little bit.
And as we see, Swain's just backing in the mid lane. Hopefully they've just done enough damage in that tower to stop them. But if he's not careful, he's going to take a little bit more damage than intended. He might go down here. Nice ult from Bard. Flash coming out from Swain. Bardmain picking up that kill. Game Crush HD taking a lot of damage, but also dealing not that much damage because Roku's going to go in and maybe die. King Kinga picking up that kill on Swain. Bardmain maybe picking off that Lee Sin, but sadly not. Game Frost HD taking a lot of damage there. King Kinga could go back in, but Bardmain doing a lot of damage. Nice kick from King Kinga. But we've seen this scrap happen for about 30 seconds now.
Except Timo did not much.
Exactly. 'Cause
First kill to Marymount
yes.
in that trade. But it is 10 kills. They are so far behind. Noku looking to get rid of the ward in the tri-bush.
And you think now Marymount, they're going to be starting to stress out a bit, probably affecting the way that they play because they know this is the game they need to win to really stay competitive.
Well, if they don't win this game, that's it.
That's bye-bye.
No more competition.
That's bye-bye Marymount. That Whirlwind has been on point today.
Mini Day just doing a lot of good stuff in support role with that Hurricane and the ult coming in when she ganked mid lane. You know she's played this character quite a bit.
See Marymount, they're really wanting to protect that turret. If that one goes down, we've seen a lot of action in the mid lane. I think that will be where they're going to push through. Newt looking to go on to Noku. He's rooted him. There's a bit of an all-out war now, and here comes in P-Geek. He's going to chase down. He's suppressed. Here we go. We're going to see the kill. That's it. Newt is on that killing spree. Unstoppable so far.
Just looking at the gold lead now. It's 21k to 15k to Atwell College with one tower, and it's 11-1. Kinga looking for this dragon, but also Atwell College looking for this Rift Herald, which is arguably better during this late game stage. Miniday picking up those nice hurricanes. So is Barbman with his W. Kinga going in. A nice ward kick here. Janna forced to use ult, but if he's not careful, King Kinga could go down here from Barbman. Warwick picks up Rift Herald. Game Frost HD forced to use Spell Shield here. Swain doing a lot of damage A nice kill from the Swain here. Bard Main just doing what he does best with that W. Sitting in that backline as Jin, just picking him out. And then he's just played this game really well.
But your aim's got to be on point.
Oh, it's got to be on point. But as we can see in this game, it definitely is.
Rogan and Minidar trading blows here. King getting in there. The ult coming off Bard Main, but doesn't manage to catch. Rico just looking to clear wards now. And not much else happening. 12-1, 14 minutes gone. 23,500 gold score plays 16,000 gold score. It's the undefeated Atwell College to the left of your screen, the blue team, taking on the must-win this game Marymount team to the right of your screen in red. Earlier in the matches today, Tranby College #1 took out GSCC Team Duo mid, and St Andrews College defeated Roxburgh College. You're watching this for PLE Computers. See more at ple.com.au. Corsair Gaming and Streamlined Servers, providing the service for all Flaktest Gaming tournaments.
Of course, don't forget you can see the replays of these games uploaded on youtube.com/Flaktest. And our podcast episode 4 goes live this afternoon.
Blue team now with the Rift Herald. Dropped it in top lane.
They're looking for that top lane tier 1 turret, which they're more than likely going to get from this Rift Herald. One more smack should be enough here.
Lee Sin looking in for a surprise attack.
Bardman doing a lot of damage towards Rogan. He's going to go down. Game HD, if he's not careful, could go down as well. King Kinga might be able to save his tower, but he goes down as well. Nude doing a lot of damage coming out here. King Kinga's not careful. He could go down as well. Nude, all he has to do is land a Q, but sadly kicked away. King Kinga got out of there, but here we go. Noku coming in for the damage. Mini Day might go down. Flash was burned there, but able to walk out. King Kinga might be able to defend this top tier turret, tier 2 turret.
It has surprised me knowing that King Kinga is still alive. Noku is going to go down here, without a doubt.
Yeah, you saw that Lee Sin. It was a gutsy move to turn around and apply that kick, and he's lucky he landed it. It would have been game over.
May still be.
And
Wards
as
down.
the fights were going down in bot lane, mid lane turret did go down. Nuke being engaged on by King Kinga, taking a lot of damage from the turret. Able to back off though, just due to him being so tanky.
King Kinga and Rogan. Rogan gets rooted. Kinga is stunned. Nuke will go down, but may get the trade. Rico could come in here and take out King Kinga. Manages to slow down Rogan, who also gets rooted and will drop. Now Rico can come through and get to King Kinga. Just waiting for the opportunity, and does manage to get it and picks up the double kill.
And what a pick from Swain there, sorry. And he's just playing really, really well. 7-1 this game. And Timo just getting caught out again and again. Poor man.
You feel bad for him almost.
You do feel bad.
It gets to a point where you know the Timo pick was bad, and you probably should be rethinking that pick, because
What would you have picked?
anything but Timo.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
I think I saw that on a t-shirt once.
Anything but Timo?
Yeah.
You either love or hate Timo. There's really no middle ground.
No, there is no middle ground.
Alright, in comes Rogan and HD. They're looking to get the defend underneath the tower in mid lane. Manages to push back Bardmain, Rico, and Minidar. Minidar is going to flank around, possibly looking for a sneak attack here. Manages to get Game Frost, sends out, and doesn't manage to do anything more than that. This turret will fall.
Game HD Frost is going to go down as well. Nice Bardol coming in. Riku picking up a turret and a kill on Game Frost HD. Mini Dart might go down. Kinga is going to get a nice kick off there, but sadly Bardmain is just dominating this game. And that's not going well for Marymount.
That is 19-2. Atwell College Rav, the undefeated team in this group, absolutely streaming ahead. In fact, they are ahead the same amount of minutes that we've played this match so far. 20,000 gold plays 35,000 gold. 4 turrets to Atwell College in what is a dominant display. Let's make that 5.
And Atwell, you can see why they're undefeated, Pete. And if Newt's not careful, he could go down here. TP is being used.
There's too much pressure there for him, Jesse. He's not going to make it out of this at all.
Rico
coming in for the triple
dominating.
kill.
Far out.
Oh, Who cares if Newt went
What
down?
just happened then?
Who cares if Newt went down? Riku coming in with that TP, picking up the triple kill. He's 12-1 now. You're not going to be able to stop this, man. It's 18 minutes with 22 kills. That's more than a kill a minute for this Outwell College team.
I mean, it is a huge gold lead, but we did see a bigger lead with Tranby College over GSCC last game. They ended with a 20,000 lead on the gold.
I think by the end of this we might see something quite similar.
Totally
That's if we end up playing enough time. Kinger and Rico now. Rico so incredibly fed. Oh, that was incredible that Kinger managed to get out of there. Noku now with the rest of the team coming in to defend against Rico.
Kinger popping that health pot and just saving his life.
He's gone back to lick his wounds.
That was blue team. Now, slays the dragon. And we're 40 seconds away from Baron, which you got to think is got to go to Atwell College. They've pushed Marymount so far deep into their own nexus that they've just got so much map vision right now. They can do whatever it is that they want.
It's not going to matter who picks up Baron, Pete, I don't think. I think if Atwell pick it up, they probably will, but it's going to see a much shorter game.
I bought Winra, and now I regret it. Timo copping it, blinded, goes down, the shutdown coming up. Thanks to the Timo, believe it or not. Minidar needs to pull away here as Noku and the rest of the team comes up to defend. Newt coming in to go up against Kinger. Kinger's rooted, can't pull away but manages to do so in the end. The Hurricane comes out and these two teams just peel away from each other in mid lane.
Bogman and Minidar just getting caught out in the mid lane just there. It was a really well executed rotate from Marymount, just coming out behind them and catching them out, but I don't think Atwell are going to make the same mistake twice.
I don't think it matters if they do. They can afford to make some mistakes at this point, Jesse. They've got such a lead. It is almost at that 20,000 gold lead.
Riku just doing heaps of damage towards this team, though. He doesn't stand a chance. Gameforce HD taking a lot of damage as well, but Swain just being the big boy that he is. 12-1.
You'd think with that Timo skin they'd give him a bit of slack, you know. But really, it just makes him a bigger target.
Just come down and even harder.
Looking a little bit AFK, but manages to get the trap. That was a little bit of coordination between the two there from Marymount. Doesn't manage to get the kill in the end.
Walks right into it
with an incredible shot from range. Gets the kill on Kinger. Noku now will also cop it.
Yeah, but Lee Sin walked right into that one, Pete. They were predetermined shots.
Gameforce HD taking a lot of damage as well. Nice off from Warwick. Riku picking up that damage. He's legendary, and you can see why. Probably picking up that inhib as well, and if not, just going straight to Baron. Just getting that Baron and probably just ending the game within the next few minutes.
Inhibitor turret goes down. That is 7 turrets to nothing now. Inhibitor will go down next. And they are just absolutely smashing this Marymount team. 26-4, just shy of 22 minutes played. Excess with the inhibitor and the goal that comes with it. And now, Jake, there it is. 20,000 in the lead for gold score.
Absolutely, Pete. And it's only going to increase as we can see here as this game. Atwell College moving in on the next turret. They're going to get pushed back a little bit by Marymount.
Minidar taking a lot of damage there, but so is Gameforce HD. Turret might go down there. Atwell picking up that inhib turret. Should be able to just back up here, rotate to Baron, if not, get that topside turret as well.
No, they're hungry, Jesse. They're going
They're going to go straight to Baron.
They are going straight in. Minidar now, and Note pushing in. Minidar pushing in further. They're going after this inhibitor in the bot lane. King are doing his best to get in there and getting heals, as is HD. The ult comes off from Bardmain. Doesn't manage to hit anybody. This inhibitor will go down at some point. We're just waiting then. Kinger now. Flies in. Bardmain. The double kill coming in. Rico copping damage. The barrier goes up. Rico will go down, but the triple kill coming up with the Lee Sin going down as well. Timo manages to get himself another kill with a shutdown. Red turret destroyed.
That is Marymount College all waiting for their respawn. Atwell College just walking through here, really showing us why they have not lost the game yet. And they're going to add another one. I think here it's pretty inevitable.
Nah, we're a sweep next few seconds.
Well, we were just saying before. Oh, we've had a pause.
The game has been paused. Maybe a rage quit. We're not entirely sure yet.
Oh.
And it's been paused again. All right, so let's just have a look at the scores here. 31-5, 23 minutes played as we're figuring out what's going on here. 11 turrets to nothing, and 51,000 plays 28,500, and there it is. In 23 minutes and 16 seconds, victory to the undefeated Atwell College, who remain just that, and in a must-win for Marymount, who have just lost. They drop out of contention for the group stages. And it's unfortunate to them, but Atwell College, wow, just an absolutely dominant display there. Remain undefeated in their group as we push through to the screen that is going to show us exactly how well Atwell College did.
Well, we know how well they did.
Tranby College getting the win earlier in the day against GSCC Team Duo Mid. St Andrews College against Roxburgh. We're doing this for PLE Computers, Corsair Gaming and Streamline Servers, providing the service for all Flaktest Gaming tournaments as we enter victory screen here.
It's been the blue team winning every game.
Yeah, it has. Blue team every single game.
Something to that, Jesse?
No, just skill.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because it seems like I'm thinking back to last week. Were we having some blue team wins as well?
Oh, look, I think we just call it a coincidence today, I reckon. Just managed to be the better team sitting on that side of the screen.
Anyway, jumping into the champions, we got Jin, 13-1. He was a big boy in that game. Riku, Swain, 13-2. Also very, very big in that game. Nautilus was just soaking a lot of damage. Newt, 4-2. Warwick, 2-0. Didn't really have much of a presence in that game, I don't feel. Jana, Minida, 0-0-18 though. What a support that was.
It was really good to see. The total damage dealt there as we see across the screen. Take us through what you're seeing there, Jesse. I mean, those are some really big scores compared to Red Team. But in particular, look at that. 23,500 in total damage to champions.
You can really see why Jin was 12-1 and Swen was 13-1. 13-2, sorry, because 23k, that's a lot of damage compared to Severe with only 5. She went 0-7. She got absolutely demolished in lane. And that's what really got the Jin rolling. Bard main just getting those kills and just knowing what to do with them was a really big part for Atwell.
Plenty of damage dealt there, and with it, Atwell College Rav remain undefeated, sending a message to the rest of the competition. Look out for us in the stages past group stages, because we are coming for you. Unfortunate for Marymount in their must-win, going down and falling out of contention for their group. As we mentioned before, Tranby College, number 1, took out GSCC Team Duo Mid, and still on the blue side of the screen with St Andrews College taking on Roxburgh. St Andrews picking up the win there as well. That was an epic match that you will be able to see recast later on in the week on YouTube and also on twitch.tv/Flaktest. And don't forget, you're also watching us on Facebook Live. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, go there, check it out, and make sure you've registered yourself at flaktest.com. We're doing this for PLE Computers, ple.com.au, Corsair Gaming, and Streamline Servers. We've got one match to go coming up very soon as Tranby College and Churchlands in CSGO. Stay with us. This is the Flaktest Gaming Season 1 2017 Interschool Esports Australian Championship.
Every night is like a daze, but oh, I feel embraced. Yes, I know I'm running late. Let's wait just one more day. I know I'm running away from moments. What am I becoming? I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. something's broken. I guess something's broken. Oh, every night is like a day. But oh, I'm feeling praises. I know I'm running late. Let's wait just one more day. I know I'm running away from moments. What am I becoming? I guess something's broken. Yeah, I'm feeling stuck, maybe out of luck. I'm falling in and out of time. I hope that you come home, please pick up the phone. I need to know if you are fine. I know I'm running away from moments. What am I becoming? I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. Oh, every night is like a day. But oh, I'm feeling praises. I know I'm running late. Let's wait just one more day. I know I'm running away from moments. What am I becoming? I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken.
our fire makes the city lights up bright. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay while we leave. Stay with me.
Welcome to Flaktest Gaming. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Pete's actually buffering at the moment. We'll get to him in just a sec. Are you okay? Yep, no, that's fine. We are going to... I'm just going to ignore you. We've had a slight change. Churchlands are going to be rescheduling their CSGO games, so that will be recorded and put on YouTube a little bit later on today. Pete, we've had some amazing games today. You want to run us through what we've had?
No.
Okay.
No, let's do this. St. Andrews College versus Roxburgh. This was the top-of-the-table clash for one of our groups, but it is an Eastern States top-of-the-table clash, and wow, it was good.
What a game!
It was really good. 35 minutes it roughly went for St. Andrews College, eventually getting the win over Roxburgh College, but far out the way that they went about it.
They stomped them.
Yeah, towards the end there, it was a bit of back and forth.
It was pretty even right up to the end, and when they said, nah, We've had enough.
We've got this. But look, once they did the other sort of bits and pieces, like take down the oh wow, I've just had a brain fart.
I thought I smelled something.
Rift Herald, right?
There
So
you go.
once they picked up the Rift Herald and just pushed through that mid lane, that was it. It was just about all over from there, and that happened around about the 22-25 minute mark. You'll be able to see those as well as these. Tranby College taking out GSCC Team Joy mid. That was a pretty one-sided victory.
It was. Tranby College started out strong. They were your pick of the game.
Lee Sin.
You love
Telling
the
you,
Lee Sin.
if you know, that's what I've seen the entire tournament. The teams that have a Lee Sin that is all around the map, the vision that this particular Lee Sin showed, and just the ganks that he was a part of as well. If you've got a Lee Sin that knows what he's doing, you've been at a pretty high advantage against most of the other teams throughout the competition.
Of course, it didn't help in the last game that we saw with Atwell and Merrimount. Merrimount did have that Lee Sin, but it did not pay off for them at all.
No, because they had that Lee Sin, they also had a Teemo, and that was a
yeah.
little bit unfortunate. But look, unfortunate because the team composition didn't really come together, but also unfortunate for Merrimount. It was a must-win match, a do or die for them. Otherwise, they'd be dropping out too far in their group to actually compete for the rest of the season. So we say goodbye to Merrimount, who will play out the rest of their games over the course of the season now, but it's just for a bit of fun from here on in. Unlike Atwell College Rav, who remain undefeated.
Yeah, they're a team. We've got a few teams that have yet to have a loss. They're the ones that are going to be interesting when we see them start to go up against each other, as we saw with our first game of the day with St Andrews and Roxburgh.
Now, as you mentioned, Jake, earlier, CSGO, that has been pushed back an hour, so we'll play that one a little bit later on, but Tranby College will take on Churchlands in CSGO. There's been a whole heap of other action across the course of the day that you wouldn't have seen because it was off stream, but all the replays you'll be able to see on YouTube and twitch.tv/Flaktest during the week. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Facebook Live, which you might be seeing us on as we speak. But look, all the matches that we didn't get to stream, you'll see those as well. And we'll have those scores and updates at flaktest.com. And in the Flaktest newsletter, you can be a part of that and receive that as long as you're registered at flaktest.com as well.
Absolutely. We're here for PLE Computers, the tech leader behind esports in Australia. And of course, we love using our Corsair Gaming gear. I love my keyboard.
Yeah, I love your keyboard as well.
Of course, because mine's got the fancy lights. Mm-hmm. You don't have that, do
They
you?
dance along the... They're dancing.
And of course, big thanks to Streamline Servers, who of course provide our servers for our CSGO matches.
Yeah, now we've got a couple of things that we're about to jump off stream and do. One of them is episode 5 of the Flaktest Gaming podcast, which
4.
you can see for... Is it 4?
It's 4.
Are you sure? I don't think it's 4.
It's actually 5.
I
I've been
thought
correcting
so.
you wrong all day.
All day I've been going, it's episode 4. No, it's episode 5 of the Flaktest Gaming podcast. And you'll be able to check that out on iTunes and Android. Just search for Flaktest Gaming, and you can also see it at flaktest.com as well. So plenty of information, a full wrap of today's matches, as well as some other bits and pieces that we need to address and talk about in that. Goes for about an hour, and it's yourself, myself, and Brett, the CEO of Flaktest Gaming.
That's right. We drag him in here, stick a set of headphones on him, and make him talk. We don't feed him.
With our weekly update as well. So the podcast, as we mentioned one more time, make sure you go and check them out. Subscribe, give us a nice juicy fat rating. 5 stars would be lovely if you really enjoy the podcast as well. iTunes, Android, and at flaktest.com. I think that'll do us for the day, Jake.
That's it for the day, Pete. What an exciting day we have had. Blue team won every single match.
We hope you join us for next week as we go into round 6 of action with Flaktest Gaming. This is the Interschool Esports Championship Season 1 of 2017. Flaktest.com for everything you need to know. We'll see you from 9:30 Australian Western Standard Time next week.
See you then.